face guarding you the rest of the game. If I ain't getting no rebounds, you ain't getting none. That's a good deal. That's a good trade-off, isn't it?
Mama, I hit a lick.
Mama. Precious SD card space.
Precious SD cards.
Fire. Okay, bet.
All right.
Welcome to Board Man Gets Paid. I'm your boy Xavier Gauthier, a.k.a. Black Key. I'm here with my boys.
Alex Petrich.
Benjamin Butler.
Will Martin.
Oh, you didn't go with the fake name? Oh, that's crazy.
A.K.A. Dirty
wow,
Nelly.
That's
Dirty,
nah.
A.K.A. Dirty
nah,
Nelly.
You don't get another chance.
I do. I just said it. It's Dirty Nelly.
Last time y'all heard from us was stressful times. It was finals week.
And now it's finals week.
Now it's finals weeks, I guess. NBA final. All our predictions were wrong. Wait, no. Somebody said Nuggets and Heat, didn't they?
People had Nuggets.
Was it?
We had
Will?
Nuggets, but I don't
we had
think,
Nuggets, but
I
we
don't
didn't
think
have
anybody expected
Dude,
the
I had
Miami
Heat
Heat.
after
I
the
mean,
first round.
I don't think anybody said Nuggets. Heat.
I did say Celtics, so yeah.
You said Celtics.
I
I
said
also said
Nuggets,
Celtics. Okay.
Oh, well.
Yeah. How about them Celts? How about Boston?
Sucks to see him go down like that. Not really. Screw him.
Honestly, I feel like if they were, for them to just go down like that, how they did this last round in the conference finals, they shouldn't have even made it past the first round, past the Hawks, in my opinion.
Oh,
And that's coming like also from a
that
Hawks
sounds
fan
biased.
perspective, but also from the fact that like they just played like shit.
still bitter, huh?
Still bitter. But they played like shit. Let's be real. That was not like a great Celtics performance these last few games. Like, yeah, they came back, but it was like when they came back in games, it was because the Heat slowed down. They didn't have Jimmy in. They didn't have Bam in, or Bam wasn't doing shit when he was in.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like the Heat were just like rolling them, and then they would make this amazing comeback. No, it was the Heat rolled them the first half, and then the Celtics would make an amazing comeback in the second half when the Heat slowed down.
Well, the Heat rolled him in the first 3 games, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you lose... Just to lose home court advantage in the way that the Boston Celtics lost home court advantage, like you lose 2 games in Boston Garden to fucking Jimmy.
His name is Himmy.
Himmy. Well, okay, after game 6, I did send that message
I
to
mean,
the
it was
chat.
all because of Grant Williams.
I know.
It was.
I did send that message to the chat after game 6 where I was like, so, Himmy Butler, huh?
Yeah.
Because
Himmy
what did he go, like
buckets.
4 of 25 in game 6?
True.
But he had the biggest free throws of the game, and like,
Yeah.
you replay that scenario in game 6 1,000 times, at least 990 of them. Derek White is boxed out on that fucking rebound,
Yeah.
and he doesn't get that putback with 0.2 on the clock.
Yeah.
That was still a great shot, dude.
No, that was very intelligent basketball, considering he was also the inbounder on that play.
Yeah.
He inbounds that to Smart, runs the route down to the corner,
Gets underneath.
gets underneath for the putback. It was great. The only buzzer beater we've had these playoffs.
Yeah, and as a Colorado kid, like that's just great to see, man. Like he getting his turn.
Shout out to CU.
No. But
Shout out Legend High and UCCS.
Derek White's hairline is still absolutely clapped.
Oh, awful.
It don't matter if his hairline's clapped. The boy about to get paid this month.
I will say that was an amazing matchup to watch.
Oh yeah,
White versus Martin.
White versus Caleb Martin.
Yeah. Which shout out Caleb Martin.
Kobe versus Jordan.
Man.
I mean, the series as a whole was the most competitive. It was the only other one other series went Game 7.
Yeah, this is the only series that went to Game 7, isn't it?
Warriors.
No,
Kings did.
Warriors Kings did and Celtics Sixers did.
Oh yeah.
Celtics Sixers
didn't-
went to 7.
Seven
Didn't
Sixers was
Celtics
so
Hawks
bad.
go?
No,
Game
Celtics
seven?
Celtics Hawks
We
went
went to
6.
Game 6.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Death
Yeah.
taxes and the Sixers losing in the second round.
Man, that shit was.
Speaking of teams losing in the second round, teams that you were rooting for.
We're gonna address every team.
We're gonna go.
Yeah, we're gonna go through.
We'll move
Sorry.
backwards.
Oh, sorry.
We'll move backwards.
Yeah. So, Western Conference Finals.
Clean.
Yeah,
Clean
that shit is
sweep.
crazy.
His name is now LeBroom James.
He's still the GOAT.
I mean, he's been swept before.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
10-10 on 65 in
but
his last game.
I know.
40,
no
40,
sweep,
10 and 9. Sorry.
no LeBron sweep has felt as good as this.
But it's also because you're a Nuggets fan.
It is, dude.
Yeah.
You weren't in the bar crying the way Alex and I were.
Hey man,
I bet I wasn't.
You're right.
I was at home asleep.
Yeah, because it is our
Sad
first.
as hell.
It is our first time. Like, dude, come on now. Like, you can't not hate on this story. Like, a team who has battled perseverance the last few years, like had the best player on the planet having to compete with the guys who shouldn't even find the NBA court as his backups. He's still carrying them around.
You don't
Just
get it.
to you don't get it. You
Facundo
don't.
Campazzo like that, man. I know who you're addressing, but like you don't gotta shit on Facundo Campazzo. Like
I mean, it was mostly Will Barton and Austin Rivers.
Yeah, I know Austin.
Yeah, nah.
No, it feels good.
I will say,
For you
even
guys.
as somebody who's like not a Nuggets fan,
Exactly.
it's good to
I know
see
where you're
Denver like in the final.
We've gotten our
It's-
roses.
It is refreshing to finally see like Jokic and Murray and
Porter.
like actually get
Gordon.
the shine that they deserve. Aaron Gordon deserved this shine for so
Facts.
long,
Oh, yeah.
actually.
Fact. And, hey, how about KCP sticking it to his old team?
Man, that actually, that was the one thing that surprised me about that series was that
Nah,
I
KCP
thought
was out for
KCP
revenge.
was like gonna fold. I'm not even going to cap just because he's like KCP, just because that's who he is.
Well, I
but
mean,
like,
Dude, like,
but he did so much better in this. Like he had. It feels like he had more to prove in this conference finals than he did when he was actually with the Lakers.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing: is that you kind of have a chip on your shoulder when you get traded for fucking Russell Westbrook,
True.
because he was in the Russ trade, and
just for Russ to play how Russ was
just
playing.
for you know, in retrospect, I rather would have had Contavious Caldwell Pope.
yeah.
than
Oh
Russell
no,
fucking
no,
Westbrook.
yeah, same.
Same. But no, this entire playoffs he's played with a chip on his shoulder. He's been out for blood, wanting to prove it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's worth it.
Which I do commend KCP for stepping up.
No,
he's
and
definitely like stepped into a leadership role on this team, which I think is good.
he's the number 5 offensive option in this lineup.
All you need him to do is sit there and catch and shoot threes.
Facts, and that's what he's good at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, though, for
he's
him
effective.
to go to LA and just
Except for when
put
he
a
has
knife in their back.
shit games.
He does have his shit game.
He does.
He has
does
some
have his shit
games where he only shoots like 4 for 20 and like 1 for 15 from the free throw or something.
Hey, now this is
And-
KCP, not Julius Randle. Shush now.
If Contavious Caldwell Pope is taking 20 shots in a game, something is severely wrong.
Something is
Yeah,
awfully wrong.
No, this is KCP, not Julius Randle. Calm down.
I know.
I did no, but like in the round before the Lakers, he had a game. It was the game right before the Lakers advance or before the Nuggets advanced to the finals.
Oh, game 6 against
Game
Phoenix.
6, yeah.
Hey, but he went
And
off that game, though.
No, game 5. I mean,
Oh.
like the game before the last game. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was the game he
he
went
was-
off.
He had 17 points
If
in
you
a
wanna
quarter.
talk about-
Yeah.
3-point specialists that went off in Game 5. We got to talk about Landry Shamet.
Oh my God, Landry Shamet.
Who is sitting in
Oh my
Cancun?
God.
fellas.
That shit was
Durant.
crazy though. We
Enjoying
did talk
the
about that
tropical sun.
last episode, but that shit was crazy.
We'll get to that game in full.
Landry fucking Shamet, MVP of Game 5.
Of getting dunked on Christmas.
I wanted to say though that
Maybe it was Game 4 that I was thinking of.
Whatever.
considering
But
how
KCP,
terrible.
he was like 26% from the field.
Oh yeah.
So that's all. That's the point I was making. Is sometimes he's like 80, and then other nights he's doing
But that's
25.
with a lot of the players in the NBA. Like some nights you're on, some nights you're off.
I mean, it is, but I feel like Bruce Brown is more consistent.
Bruce Brown is him.
Oh yeah.
He's more consistent. I feel like Bruce Brown should be in the starting lineup before KCP.
They
but that's
close
just
with
me.
him. They close with Bruce Brown, which I find to be a very strange thing because Bruce Brown is not nearly the 3-point shooter that Contavious Caldwell Pope is.
But he's better on defense.
Yeah, he is a much better defensively.
Well, Contavious is a good defensive player.
He is,
and
but
Bruce is a lot
able
better
to lock
at
down.
driving.
Yeah, Bruce is like one of the better, like, for his size, he's one of the
yeah.
better rim finishers in the game.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, considering where the Lakers were at the start of the season, 2-10, to make it to the Western Conference Finals is still
Right before the play-in tournament, I would like to say they were ranked number 14.
Oh yeah,
I wish it
And
would've
then
been that
they
way forever.
drafted D'Lo. LeBron got injured, and they worked their way back into 8th place.
Yeah.
And then LeBron came back, and they worked their way into the Western Conference Finals. I'm just saying.
yeah.
All right, I just
That's an amazing.
I just gotta say one
comeback.
thing though. Why in the fuck was Tristan Thompson employed?
Man,
I thought that man was gonna cook us in Game 4, man. He had like 2 breakaway dunks, and I was like, oh no!
I can't
For the love of God,
stand Tristan Thompson.
Don't
I'm
let
so
this
mad
be
that
the-
LeBron brought this motherfucker back because you could have brought the White back instead.
But Dwight
Would have had a better chance.
Dwight's living it up in Taiwan right
No,
now.
he really is. He wouldn't have came back. But he did say he wants another chip. He did say he would come back to the States for another chip specifically.
Put him on the Nuggets.
Just for another playoff run. I mean, hey, that would be amazing.
We need a backup.
As a
center.
backup?
Fuck.
That's what I'm saying. He was an amazing backup for AD,
Yeah.
and they just traded him.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't make sense to me when they traded Dwight away because it was just like, why would you ruin the team that you just won a championship with?
It don't make
When
sense.
you
man.
know AD is probably going to get injured again. LeBron's going to get injured again.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to need people who can, like, be on this team and actually help win games.
Yeah.
But no, we're going to trade away all of our best pieces so that we can draft Carmelo Anthony.
Speaking of teams that blew up all their depth and lost, the Philadelphia 76ers. If we're going to move our way backwards through the playoffs.
Fuck Philly.
Fuck Philly, shout out
And
Harden.
Boston.
Fuck Philly
Shout
and
out Harden.
Boston. I'm glad they were able to fight each other so that it would only be one of them that advanced because
Yes.
I got to
I
say,
am too.
I was scared of both of those teams.
I wasn't scared of the Sixers. I think I said that in episode 1.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, Embiid doesn't ever do well in the playoffs.
He
Like,
doesn't.
he's known for choking in the playoffs.
Yeah, we all kinda-
He doesn't ever go to the finals and not choke.
They
Yeah.
gave the MVP award too early.
Way too early. He did. I see like it is based on regular season playing. I understand. But Jokic had a triple-double in every single game in the fucking Lakers series.
Everyone knows- yeah,
Bro,
everyone knows-
what?
Without our bias, everyone knows Jokic deserved it.
It's definitely Jokic.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like with hockey, they wait till the playoffs are over to vote on the awards. Like for last year specifically, they gave the Defensive Player of the Year to Cale
Isn't it
Makar.
the same with the NFL?
I'm not sure, but I know.
Or right before the Super
they
Bowl?
give them after, but it's pretty much regular season.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like they
The day
stop
before the
voting.
Super
Like,
Bowl.
yeah,
But the argument I'm trying to make, like last year, Cale Makar, he was not the best defenseman in hockey in the regular season, but man lit up in the playoffs, ended up winning playoff MVP, and because of that surge, he got the regular season defenseman player of the year, or whatever.
that's what I'm saying.
And that's
Like,
what
it doesn't-
should how it be for basketball. Like, wait till the finals are, or wait till the playoffs are over, because I mean, yeah, it's a regular season MVP award, but you're still the most valuable player like throughout the whole league. If you
even
can't
without-
fucking show up in the playoffs,
Even without that, it was Jokic. Like,
literally, dude. Like
it was a narrative created by like Perkins and other guys that just like it screwed it over. It's stupid. It was
Perkins is an idiot. If give me 10 minutes alone in a room with that
Kendrick
man,
Perkins is a new Stephen
And
A.
I'll
Smith. He
be
just
the
be
only
saying
one
shit.
coming out.
Yeah.
He just says
I'll
shit.
fight Perk.
I would fight Perk in a heartbeat.
What his career average is like 4 points, 2 rebounds.
He has a vote. That man has a vote.
Yeah, that man has a vote.
Somehow, it's not fair.
I will say.
I did see the tallies. I will say that too.
The vote tallies for
the
MVP?
media was the ones who didn't want Jokic to get it.
to this
It
day.
was because of the media votes. Like all the coaches and all the teams voted
Yeah.
for Jokic.
There's like a long list of players, including like Donovan Mitchell and C.J. McCollum and Larry Nance Jr. and Damian Lillard and all these guys who were saying like, man, Jokic is on another one right now.
LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron.
Yeah.
I mean, LeBron waited to give his flowers until after he got swept. But
I mean, that's
You
he
mean
has
after
to.
he's
He has
thought about
to. He's-
retirement?
He's the all-time leading scorer.
Yeah.
He is.
Bozos.
He's like number one in damn near every playoff category.
Oh, yeah.
So like he has to wait until the series is over.
Yeah.
Because he can't give his props before the series is done.
No, you can't just straight
Like-
up say, "Hey, we're down 3-0. Damn, this Nuggets team is the best I ever played."
Yeah, nah. Like you got to go out there with a game 4 mentality and understand.
Yeah.
Like I got to try and win, and which is why he dropped 33 points in the first half
yeah.
on fucking what 14 for 14,
Oh no, I
Or,
was expecting like the LeBron game. I was
13 for
expecting-
15,
I was
and 4 for 4
expecting
from the
the-
3.
The LeBron game. Oh,
No, I
man,
was
that would've
too,
been
but
nice.
I think I genuinely feel like they told him to like just chill the fuck out. Like they were probably like, your injury's already bad. Like there's no point in you making it
That's
worse.
another thing that
I mean,
we have
he's
to
the
mention
GOAT,
is
man.
the tendon,
Damn.
is the foot tendon injury that LeBron
I
had.
was going to mention that.
I don't think it swings the series if he doesn't have that.
I don't think so either.
Me neither.
I think the Nuggets still win that series, but
I think that there are more games.
Yeah.
I
Look-
think that it becomes a longer series, but I think the Nuggets still get it.
It
Yeah.
might be Nuggets in 6 instead
I think
of Nuggets in
I think the most
4.
important factor, the two most important factors
in
in that series are AD's consistency,
Shocker.
which is, as we've seen, up and down, up and down, up and down.
The man shot
Literally
free
the
throws
entire
that series.
Playoffs. I mean, yeah, but like
Somehow.
in terms of just like from the field,
Sucked.
yeah, like it was just awful. And D'Lo. because Rui came through.
Rui did good.
Lonnie came through. Vanderbilt came through. Literally all their bench
I don't know
players.
about, I don't know about Vanderbilt.
Vando didn't do well in the Lakers.
Vando
Not
didn't-
offensively.
No,
I'm talking defensively.
Yeah, I mean he was
Yeah.
a decent defender, but like they don't demand much out of Vando offensively, other than like
No.
sit in the corner.
Yeah.
Literally.
Sit in the corner and wait for LeBron to.
Which is
find
why
him.
I'm like, he did his part. Which is why I'm not mad at him not scoring a whole lot. But like, he did his part.
He did.
He did what he is being paid to do.
Yeah.
So like, I can't be mad at that.
Yeah.
I feel like AD's just like, there were so many like boards that he could have gotten that he missed. There were so many that he didn't even try to get. Like just watching the series, like there were some times where there would be a board that he could have easily gotten. He could have easily gotten like 5 rebounds back to back to back to back to back, and he just didn't care.
Yeah, you got guys
And
that
it's
are
just like-
smaller, like Jamal Murray or Bruce Brown, going
And
and get
they're
over
getting
him.
the fucking rebound over him,
Yeah.
which doesn't make any sense. But it's also like, all right, bro, like AD, when are you gonna step the fuck up? Like, you are the second go-to player on this team. I need you to understand that. And now Rui is doing better than you,
Yeah.
I mean, I like Rui, so
which is why they put Rui on.
Jokic.
Yeah, that worked.
Which was
That
look,
worked.
I'm surprised that worked, but I'm glad it did.
Sarcasm.
But I
It
think
did
that
not work.
I don't think that.
It did probably better than what AD. Was
Yeah, it did better than what AD was. That's why I say it worked.
I just love going into that
Like
series.
nobody's going to stop Jokic. Let's just
Yeah.
be real. Nobody can stop Jokic.
Yeah.
from scoring.
He's one of
not even Giannis.
He's one of those Giannis guys.
Yeah,
Like, he's gonna give you 20
Giannis is
minimum.
not stopping Jokic from scoring, and Jokic isn't stopping Giannis from scoring. Like that's just
Well,
that's just
Jokic
how that
doesn't
works.
play that good defense.
Jokic actually played decent
He
defense
played,
in the
yeah.
Lakers series.
He did.
I'm not saying like all NBA defense, or
But
anything
no,
like
he
that,
played
but
decent. It C average.
Yeah,
it
not,
was a C
not
average.
defensive player of the
He
year,
did
but
enough to
definitely
get rid
like
of those narratives too. That it's like, oh, Embiid got it because he's such a
Yeah.
better defender.
yeah, no.
Fair.
I think Embiid just fucking sucks. I just don't like
I mean,
him, dude.
you don't average 30 a game without having talent.
Yeah,
He like that entire team was composed of playoff chokers.
yeah.
Whether it be
Except
Doc,
for Tyrese Maxey and
Tyrese Maxey and PJ Tucker. But Harden, shit the bed in Game 7. Embiid shit the bed in Game 7. Doc Rivers, you kind of expect it. That's what blows my mind is that Doc Rivers
More than anyone.
Doc Rivers is in the running for the Phoenix job now because
Yeah.
they fired Monty, which
which is wild.
so many coaches got
that
fired who
shit is
didn't
crazy.
deserve to get fired.
Yeah,
No, the Mighty one's ridiculous. His record in 3 seasons is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did they fire Monty?
That doesn't make any sense to me. All right, but
do you
real
think
question.
that since they fired Monty, they're getting rid of CP3?
Yes.
I feel like
They said reports as of right now are no, but
Wouldn't it be
I
funny if they
feel
traded
like it's
for
yes.
Kyrie?
Oh,
They traded
fuck
Chris
no.
Paul for Kyrie, and then
So it's Kyrie and
Durant
KD.
and Irving were back again, just in Phoenix instead of in Brooklyn. It's just a cycle of them going to different teams and fucking it
Oh
all
man,
up.
All right. But real question. With
nah.
all
Send
these
Westbrook
coaches,
over there. Actually, no. I like him on the Clippers.
Westbrook on the Clippers is a decent.
No,
idea.
it's
Yeah.
good. All right, but real question. With all these firings, do we see? I always forget who Manzula.
Joe Mazzulla.
Yeah,
Mazzulla.
Mazzulla. Do we think
He
gets
keeps
fired?
his job next year.
Nah, I
but
don't
he
think he
has to
does,
do
man.
better next year.
Dude, he doesn't have a game plan. He just says to Tatum.
Oh,
and,
I saw his
Brown,
fucking locker room speech, man. Oh my god, it's
He's
so
not a
bad.
good coach.
It was so
He's
bad.
inexperienced.
Spoelstra started was a video coordinator, a video guy, a video scout, and worked his way up to a. I have a lot of respect for Spoelstra. Spoelstra, whatever. I'm sorry. You know I'm not a big basketball guy. Like, just be happy I'm able to keep up with you
I know.
chuckleheads.
I
a
know.
great coach. He is
Yeah, just be glad
Yeah.
I'm able to keep up with you guys.
No, Spoelstra out
Also, shout
all
out
his
to
opponents.
Pat Riley,
Thank you.
Shout out 19th finals.
19th final.
You combine player, coach, and executive.
owner. Yeah.
Crazy.
That shit is crazy.
Crazy. dude.
Shout out Pat fucking Riley, man.
All right. How about them Heat in that second round?
Against New York.
Against
talk about
No
Didn't
one
they
ever.
get- didn't
No
they
one
sweep
fucking
them?
watched it. I
Did they
didn't.
sweep
It was
them?
6.
I didn't watch
It was
it.
6.
Yeah.
Oh, it was 6.
It could have gone to 7.
Oh, because of Quickly and
Well, Quickly was
Brunson.
Quickly got injured. I think
Oh,
in one of the
yeah.
last 2 games, but Brunson was going nuclear that entire series because Randall, he pulled a
he
fucking
was being
Randall. and
Randall, yeah.
He was shooting what 5
And
for
RJ Barrett was being
28.
RJ Barrett.
Also, side note, they need to get off RJ Barrett, dude. I don't know what they have to do to do it, but that guy is one of the most inefficient, high volume guys in the league right now. And I don't know what you get for him. I don't know what is on the table for RJ Barrett right now, but you got to explore those
Plot
options.
twist. They trade RJ Barrett to Atlanta for Trae Young.
For Trae Young.
The entire no. You know what would happen to New York City?
Which there are rumors that he's going to LA.
You know
which
what-
I doubt it.
Dude, you know what would happen?
No, Trae.
You know what would happen to New
I
York
doubt
City if
They
they
can
got
afford
Trae Young?
Trae.
No, but you know what would happen? Manhattan would be in the water 80 years before they predicted.
Yeah, they would go nuts.
Yeah.
They would straight up burn that entire city to the ground.
Oh,
All
for
5
sure.
boroughs gone.
They might
Which
actually.
I did see a thing that said New York is at risk for going underwater pretty soon.
80 years.
No, not
Manhattan.
just within 80 years, pretty
No.
soon, like because of how heavy the buildings are.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. It's 80 years.
Is it 80 years?
Yeah.
Oh, the one I saw said like 30 years or something.
Oh, well,
like
whatever.
that.
Either way, yeah, it's because
Yeah.
the skyscrapers in Manhattan.
Are too fucking heavy.
Yeah.
And they're at sea level already.
You build them too big, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of sea level, I saw an interesting stat
Oh
that
my God.
this will be the biggest difference in elevation in the NBA Finals.
Oh
in league
shit.
history.
Okay,
That
all
makes
right.
sense. Okay.
Way
It's an
to
actual
bring it back
advantage.
Well,
around.
because Miami is at sea
I
level.
wonder if
and
that's
we're a
going to
mile
affect
high.
anything.
I
it's
saw
gonna affect a
I saw a
lot.
fucking article today where they're like,
think so?
Denver's only winning because because of the altitude.
It's an actual advantage, but they're a great team.
It is an actual advantage, but also like people would also say that about humidity in Miami.
yeah.
I guess.
Because like
That
most
just
people
pisses
I
me
talk to who are from Colorado, they go to humid places and they're like, "Oh my god, I couldn't breathe. It was so warm down there. Oh my god, it was so humid. Oh my god."
No, I love humidity. I love it.
It's not that hard to breathe in humidity, but for some people, apparently it's really hard for them to breathe in humid climate.
No, but,
especially when they're from places where there's normally not enough oxygen in the air.
People bitch about the altitude. No, you get days to adjust.
Yeah.
The Heat have been here for what, a few days
They
now?
flew out the
Yeah.
night that they won. Yeah.
That's a great motivator.
Yeah.
by the way. Like booking your flight to Denver after Game
No,
7.
but still,
shit
though,
was
you
fire.
have days like
were
you
gonna
have
get
time to get
lost.
acclimated. There's like technology, like you got the liquid IVs, the oxygen
Yeah.
tanks. You will be fine. Granted, you're not here all the time, like.
But let's say they don't use all that shit.
Well, then
like,
they're
let's say
then
like
they're
they
fucking
just.
stupid. They're raw dogging the
I don't think
mountain
that's
air.
stupid. It didn't take me a whole week to adjust to being in Denver. Some people it just doesn't
Yeah, well,
take
they-
them time
but
to
they
adjust
have
to
the
being in-
money
and
to
they've
adjust to
been
that.
here before.
Yeah.
I don't think that they need to do all of that just to play here for 2 games.
Yeah.
And then for them to go back to Miami where they're going to be back in their normal
I mean, you see
climate.
NFL teams that come out here. They have the oxygen tanks on the fucking sidelines, just like
Yeah, they're pussies.
I know they are.
big
Shout out
And they're getting hit in the chest like the whole game.
They're big
so,
boys.
facts.
yeah. I think NBA is just different. I think
It
y'all are constantly on the road throughout the entire season. You have to
Yeah.
get used to being in different altitudes and different climates.
No, literally, and not every altitude.
I don't
is the
think you
same,
can sit
so-
there and be like, "Oh, well, like we're in Denver. You were in Denver twice earlier this season. Shut the fuck up."
And everyone, bro, Salt Lake City is only 1,800 feet lower than us, and yet they bitch at us because we're the highest altitude team out there.
But I
Like
mean,
Salt
like-
Lake City's got high altitude, but no, God forbid everyone.
I'm just saying, like the Pelicans don't bitch when they come out here.
No,
And
they-
they're also at sea level,
They just
below
bitch
sea
when
level.
they
Actually,
Nah, Pelicans just bitch when they lose.
yeah, just when we lose because we deserve to bitch about losing. We haven't won in fucking 10 years.
And it's gonna stay that way because fuck the Pels.
We haven't gotten to
wrong
the
with the
playoffs since like until we became the Pelicans.
Barbosa, it's Barbosa.
we
Fuck
didn't
that
get
guy.
to.
You made it last year.
I mean, not.
You know what I'm saying?
not
Until we
Barbosa,
became
Alvarado.
like when we were the Hornets before that,
Jose?
or the Jazz before that, we never made the playoffs.
Grand Theft Alvarado?
Grand Theft Alvarado is the nugget killer.
Grand Theft.
Grand
Jose?
Theft Alvarado is a nugget killer. That's why fuck
I
the
just
Pels.
made a 3-point shooter on 2K23, and I'm playing for the Pelicans. And I just passed the shit to this man Jose, and he just drops that shit. Shout out to Jose. Also, so many steals on the court. Love that shit.
All right, Western Conference semis. Let's be cordial here. We'll start with Los Angeles Golden State.
Yep.
Golden State is fucked. Golden State is legitimately like literally
First
just
domino just fell.
literally yesterday Bob Myers literally stepped
That's his
down
name.
in the front office job, which he was the architect of this Golden State team.
How many more years do you think Draymond got with the team?
I really hope it's none.
San Antonio Spur next year.
When is
Draymond
his-
Green.
That makes a lot of sense, honestly.
It's either that or he's gonna find whatever way he can to hop on LeBron's meat even harder than he already is.
No, you know what's gonna happen for Draymond? Ni hao.
No,
Doesn't he? No, 'cause
Shanghai
he would just become a commentator before he ever went to the
or a coach.
Fair.
Or a coach.
international. Yeah,
Bro,
I can't see Draymond as a coach.
No, he'd be about to be telling his players, all right, this is how you be an effective dirty player. You step on another player's ribs when they're down.
Well, Steve Kerr did say you guys see that he's like, we wouldn't be where we are without Draymond.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, don't get me
You
wrong.
wouldn't
He's
be
a
where
good
you
player.
were without Draymond, Steph, Clay.
Yeah.
I mean, you have 4 titles.
Next
Yeah.
level.
Literally. KD.
I think if Steph were to retire after the season, which wouldn't happen, but
No.
if Steph were to retire after the season, Steph would still go down as like the greatest shooter of all time.
No, that's,
no doubt.
that's out of debate. He was the greatest shooter of all time 8 years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But like,
Maybe 4 or 5.
I feel like there are certain players who can like they could retire today and they'd be fine, and there are some that can't.
Yeah.
LeBron, if he retires today, fuck
Still
it,
the GOAT.
whatever, he's still the GOAT.
Yeah.
Steph steps down, he's still the best 3-point shooter of all time. If
Yeah.
KD steps down today, he's still the best scorer of all time.
If Jokic retires,
Devin Booker
he's-
can't just step down right now.
I don't know.
Jason Tatum can't just step down right
If
now.
Jokic retires, still one of the best centers of all time.
I think Jokic needs more time.
Jokic does need more time, but if he gets a title,
He's still in
this
the
year,
top 3 centers of all time list for me.
3.
No,
He's 5 with the title.
5 with the title.
5 with the top 5 with the title.
Who's
Let's spitball.
On my list.
The locks are
Shaquille O'Neal,
Oh yeah, Shaquille O'Neal was my number 1.
Bill Russell,
Bill Russell's your number 2. I had Kevin.
Kareem.
I wasn't considering old players. I was just considering like 90s and
No.
above. I
mean,
get because
like-
I don't ever consider that era because it was so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you look at the old days, and it's like that's when centers ruled the earth. So it's like
Yeah.
guys like Shaquille O'Neal, Hakeem Olajuwon,
Mm-hmm.
Kareem
Missed it
Abdul-Jabbar,
the first time I was
Bill
there.
Russell,
Mutombo.
Wilt Chamberlain.
But oof. Yeah.
Is he above any of those 5 guys if he wins the title? Wilt, Bill, Kareem, Hakeem, and Shaq.
The only guy,
Oh.
I say
the only
Wilt.
guys I put above him right now. And
I
maybe it's
would
my
not
bias,
say
but-
Wilt.
but
Well, Wilt played
Wilt-
against
yeah.
plumbers.
He did, but like also look at Wilt's stat line, bro. Like nobody's been. That's just a legendary stat
again,
line. I'm
plumbers. Jokic could have done that back
sorry.
then.
Like I said, he's in my top 3.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's not even in my top 5. Jokic is in my top 3. He's my number 3 of all time.
Then who's above him?
Who are your two?
It's Shaq is number 1,
And then Wilt.
Kareem is number
okay.
2.
All right, fair.
But like my thing is with Wilt,
Shaq and
in most people's lists, Wilt is just like
Wilt
that's
averaged 50 and 25.
Yeah, like
Again, plumbers.
He was
but
playing
like
against
yeah, like I
Bill
said,
Russell.
but also like
Okay, Bill
like I said
Russell,
with
but
my
yeah,
list,
that's-
I'm not
that's
considering
Bill
that
Russell,
era.
that's it.
Remember, I'm not considering that era
No,
in
I
my
agree.
list. But other people are going to consider Wilt.
I mean, don't get me
Bill
wrong.
Chamberlain.
Wilt is still one of the
Kareem.
best to ever do
yeah,
it.
even look at his 72 title when he took like a back step role on the scoring and was like a defensive anchor for that Lakers
Yeah,
team.
he averaged like 10 blocks, dude.
If I'm not considering like the Bill Russell, Kareem, all that era,
Yeah.
and it's Shaq, Kevin Garnett, and then Jokic.
Garnett's a power forward.
You played yourself.
My thing
Big
is,
man.
Big
list,
man, okay.
not center,
Like, my
I
thing
guess.
is, if Jokic wins the title this year, he surpasses both Dirk Nowitzki and Kevin Garnett in the all-time.
Oh,
ranking.
Dirk.
I'm
is
not
a
even
center.
talking about like top.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like top 10 big man. I'm
Dirk
talking
is
about top 10.
Dirk has
top 20
already
players.
been surpassed by Jokic in my opinion, just like off of his
yeah.
playing.
He's doubled their MVPs. They each have one. Correct.
I know, but like Dirk has a title, and
And
Yeah,
Dirk was
that's
also
fine.
a
But, like,
phenomenal
I'm
leader.
saying he would tie the title. He'd double. He'd
Jordan
double
has
the
6
MVP.
rings and he's not the fucking GOAT, so I don't want to hear it.
He's not your goat. He's not your goat.
I don't care.
3-1.
Lou Will doesn't have a ring and he's still the best 6 man of all time.
Fair.
I don't think you could argue with that.
All right, back on track, gentlemen.
Hmm.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. But
Semis. We were talking semis.
Oh yeah, we were talking about
And you
Warriors.
wanted to
Like,
start with
Warriors, Lakers, Lakers are Warriors are busted.
I think the big problem they had was like Jordan Poole played like fucking ass in that series.
Maybe
They had
the
no
worst
bad
of-
bitches on the court apparently.
Maybe the worst like if we're comparing it to his other playoff appearance, like maybe the worst drop off we've ever seen.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And in regards to this play, like these
Yeah.
playoffs, like the
And he did
worst
way
playoff
worse than he did in the
performance.
first round.
Because he was fine last year in the finals against Boston.
Oh,
He was.
Oh, he was a key
hooping.
player for them.
He was hooping.
He was hoping.
I don't know
like
what
I
the hell
said,
happened.
there were
this year.
bad bitches on the sideline. All I'm saying is, look, I don't know what happened.
They had what Zendaya there game 4?
Yeah, but she cuffed.
To a little ass white man.
And that little ass white man, Spider-Man, don't ever disrespect Tom Holland.
I'm saying that man.
He's my number 2 Spider-Man.
Is Andrew Garfield your-
Tobey Maguire?
Garfield's my goat.
Garfield is your
Really?
I figured-
Okay.
Garfield seems like the go for Ben.
I'm gonna say
that makes
something-
sense.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna we're dwelling again on Spider-Man, but I'm gonna end it here. Toby's the best Peter Parker.
Yes.
Garfield's the best Spider-Man, and Tom Holland kind of does each of them just a little less than those two guys.
Okay.
I think he does a good
That's
job
fair.
at combining both of those.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
that's fair.
He's the good balance of Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I would
That's
say.
fair.
But
All right,
Toby is
God.
definitely like the best Peter Parker. of all time.
He is.
There will never be a better Peter
He's
Parker.
the GOAT.
All right.
the GOAT.
All right.
The biggest problem for the Warriors,
What is it?
Klay Thompson.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
In Game 6, what did he
Not-
shoot? 3 for 18?
Game 6.
Oh,
Clay was
after
a
this, I
one-time
want to talk
player.
about Supermaxes too. That dumbass list that Stephen A. Smith put up on the.
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
All right, how do we feel about Kevon Looney and his role during this?
They need to keep
Looney.
They need to hold on to Kevon Looney
their
like
guy.
grim death. They need to be on that man. Like, dude, we'll give you whatever.
Kevon Looney is their
He'll get
JJJ.
paid somewhere else.
Fair.
He'll get paid somewhere else, but like the Warriors, like
He will
I
not
don't-
get paid as much.
I don't think
Fair.
they extend
If
Draymond.
anywhere else.
I think
I
they're
don't.
locked into this pool contract. I don't.
How many
know-
years does he have left?
What did he sign it last year?
He has what, 1 year?
I was gonna
left?
say 2 or 3.
it was
right?
a 2-year contract.
No, it's either 3 or 4. He signed like a max
1 or 2.
extension, like a max
Oh,
rookie
shit.
extension. But Clay is like a big if, where it's like, we
They
can
got
tell
the
that.
wrong Jordan. I'm sorry, they should have got Jordan Clarkson.
Eh,
Clay might be,
He would have been more consistent.
Clay might be the top guy on the move for the Warriors, above Draymond, in my opinion.
I just don't know what the
On
hell
the
you
move?
get for Clay after the stinker he put up in the semis.
I see Clay being sent to another team and Golden State getting a lot out of Clay.
Way too much.
Way too much out of Clay. Way too much.
I could see him going to Toronto.
You see
Clay to
Clay going to Toronto.
I could see it. It's just a gut feeling, but I could see it.
I can see Clay
I mean, they.
in a few different places.
But Toronto, I mean, they're about to have a new coaching staff, a whole new playbook. It could be centered around him. They're kind of moving on from the Pascal Siakam. Well, not Pascal, but Fred VanVleet.
You could see Siakam on the move this offseason, though.
Yeah, you could, but I mean, and that could be like a trade they go
Send him
after.
to Atlanta.
You just want everyone in Atlanta.
Yeah, I want a better team. Duh.
Yeah, you want everyone but Clint Capella.
Yes.
I think, honestly, Siakam goes to Portland
I could see that.
for Anthony
That makes
Simons in
sense.
the 3rd pick.
Do you
I like
think
that.
Dame stays with Portland this season?
I think he can't.
No.
He won't leave.
You don't think he'll leave?
I mean, he's been there that long, and he might as well just. He's the franchise player. Like,
I mean, yeah, but also Dame did say like a few weeks ago that he wants to win.
They're gonna have to make a win now move, but I don't see him leaving, because Portland knows they're nothing without him. Mm-hmm. Like it took them so long to get out of like the Brandon Roy, Greg Oden, LaMarcus Aldridge era.
very low chance.
that took a while.
But potential trade. Very low chance that this trade would ever go through. But potential trade.
Yeah. All
You're
right.
gonna hate me because it's gonna be Atlanta again. But Trae Young and Bogdan for Dame.
If you
Nah.
can make the money work,
Instead of Bogdan.
If you can make the money work, it works.
Instead of Bogdan
They
Capella.
need another person on that team that's gonna. Instead of Bogdan Capella.
Yeah, because
who's their center right now though? in Portland?
Nurkic, and I hate that bum.
Yusuf's
But
not
I mean,
terrible.
like, yeah,
He's. I feel like him and Capella are pretty much on the same wavelength though when it comes to playing. And
Capella's about.
it would have to be a three-way.
Yeah,
It would have to be a
exactly, and
three-way
that's what they
trade if we
need.
include Nurkic because we're not taking Nurkic.
then send his
If
ass
we
to.
if we put Nurkic in that trade, he's going to somewhere else so that we can get a
All right,
better
that's
center
perfect.
in return.
That's perfect because then include Toronto and you get Siakam that way and send Nurkic to Toronto where they need a center.
True.
Yeah.
That is a potential three-way trade that
Yeah.
could work if the money works.
No,
obviously.
it does work,
But,
and
like-
that opens up the ability for Clay to also go to Toronto as well, because they'll have that cap load off.
Yeah, I can't see the Warriors sending Clay to a rival. In the
No,
West.
exactly. And
They
Toronto,
would have to send them
Yeah.
across to another conference.
Yeah.
and it makes sense with Toronto. Like they are on the offloading phase, in my opinion. Like
I mean, they
And-
fired Nick Nurse for no good reason.
no,
so.
they did. Well, the no good reason was he had Will Barton on his team.
He didn't play.
He shouldn't even been on the fucking
The
team.
no good reason was probably just the fact that they didn't make the playoffs again this year.
Probably.
Yes.
Which, I mean, yeah, you expect the Raptors to be a better team than they are, but also not.
Yeah, they have
Like
they expected more
2019
from Scotty Barnes. I think.
Yeah, and 2019 was like a legacy run. Like that shit will never happen again.
All I'm saying is,
that's never going to happen again for them.
if I am somehow right with Thompson going to Toronto, I am never gonna let y'all forget this.
I'll buy you a beer.
No, it's gonna be more than because Alex, I know
buy you an
less
ounce.
about basketball than you know about baseball.
That is true.
True,
So
but I
if
mean,
I
like,
am right,
that's a trade that makes sense.
It
Like
does.
that's not a wild trade proposal.
But I mean, for me, that doesn't know basketball like y'all do.
yeah, that's fair.
Y'all better pay me.
but
Just
also
saying.
like
I'll call
I
myself
feel like I just think that I want to keep Trey as a franchise player.
Yeah.
fair.
I don't think Trey wants to stay as a franchise player. I think he loves Atlanta, but I think that he's tired of fucking losing.
I mean, who the hell?
He's tired
And
of
he's
finishing close
way
to 500.
better than he's too good for him to still be dealing with the shit that he's dealing with the
Yeah,
Hawks.
no. Let's talk about the Hawks Celtics series.
It's just
It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
You ran into an Eastern Conference juggernaut.
yeah. And I don't think there's anything that you can do differently in that series unless you have different players.
I mean, yeah, you need more help for Trey. Like it's literally just him.
DeJounte
Bogdan.
has to be better.
Yeah.
Bogdan like kind of came through in like game 3, game 4.
Clint Capella was asked per usual.
Yeah. And we had to rely on Double O as usual.
Yeah.
But even he wasn't putting up like good numbers really because he had to go up against Al Horford the entire fucking game, or he got
Which-
switched on to Jason Tatum, who was just splashing a 3 over his head.
Horford, man, for how old he is, he's holding up. And
I don't-
Pretty
He was
well.
a bum. He was a bum in the last series. God damn it, man. Did you
But
watch
Al
him?
Horford was one of the more I will say Horford's been one of the only consistent 3-point shooters on the Celtics team in this playoff run, which is wild.
Yeah.
And that's coming from a Hawks fan.
And that's coming from a Hawks fan.
Yeah. I mean, he totally changed his game. I saw a shot chart. It was his
I'd
shot
take Al
chart-
Horford back for the Hawks.
I know you would. I know you would.
It was like his shot chart in like
We would never get
2013,
him back.
14, and it was like all mid ranges with like one made 3. And then you look at his shot chart this year, and it's like all 3s.
Yeah.
They don't put him in the paint that much.
He had what probably I would say out of the entire series of like just the Heat versus Celtics, he probably took maybe 20 shots max in the paint.
Well, yeah, it's because he got them
Max.
Udonis knees.
Yeah, I know.
Well, not even just that, but like even when he was in the paint, like there was no setup for him to be in the paint. Like they defended them just well enough when they got to the paint that there was no need for Horford to be there.
No, not at all.
He did better being on the perimeter.
Yeah.
Because whoever the fuck was guarding him at the time couldn't stop him from shooting a 3 on the perimeter for whatever fucking reason.
for whatever fucking yeah. Either way,
It's because Bam is Bam.
Bam, Bam is
And
a
doesn't know
guy.
how to switch off a mismatch for whatever fucking reason.
No, I'm excited to see Bam in the finals, but still,
I don't think Bam does. I think Bam does worse in the finals than he did in the series.
fair. All right, but still, Hawks.
He's going to be going up against Jokic.
fair, but still Hawks though. Like we were talking about.
Hawks. Oh, yeah. No, I
Man,
don't.
we get too many tangents. I fucking love it though.
If only you could inbound the ball at the end of game 6. Man. Those like 3 botched inbounds.
Yeah.
And then the
Oh,
final
it wasn't
one.
botched. They were just fucking with.
I know. And
I mean, there was no. What we were going to lose. Like
I know. But I think you were like down 3.
we were down like 5 or 6.
Damn.
I thought it was closer than that.
Yeah, 2 3-pointers. Y'all won.
Yeah,
Fine.
I mean, like we could have. Like it was one of those things where it was like, if you had a better game plan, you could have. But it was also like, they're defending the shit out of us right now, and it's like the last 10 seconds of the game. What the fuck is the point?
Yeah.
There ain't no point.
Kind of thing. And we would have to foul them anyway if we got to 3.
Yeah.
And
like,
then they just get another 2 points, and then we'd have to foul them again after shooting another 3, and then they'd still get another 2 points.
Yeah. Let's go to the other Western Conference semis series.
Hey guys.
Oh,
Hey guys.
Denver Nuggets versus
It's me.
It's your boy Ben.
Versus
yeah,
the
Ben, how are
Phoenix
you?
Suns.
Well, how about that KD?
So you guys are gonna like this. This is a tangent of mine, and I'll just let me go for it. Here we go.
For sure.
Chris Paul went down. It's not an excuse. KD and Book did their thing. They did their role.
They did.
Along with
No,
Chris
shut up.
Paul going down, DeAndre Ayton kind of did a little worse than probably expected. He did the opposite of exceeded, and he needed to exceed a little bit. And so that I was like, wow, the Nuggets are legit. And then there's a series that happened after that, and I was like, all right, my king, you know, his goatness. Let's see what's gonna happen. Nuggets are legit, guys.
Nuggets
You
are
happy,
legit.
you happy to hear that, Will and Alex?
I never wanted you to say it, man.
I didn't want you to be this
I've been
hurt.
telling you guys for the entire season.
I didn't
know.
want you to
No
be this
excuse.
hurt.
I didn't want you to be.
No excuses this year, and they fucking showed up.
Ben, if
Yeah,
I
no,
go
let's
to your
go
apartment
Nuggets,
and I see just a fucking knife on your bedside table and it's a note next to it say it's because of the Nuggets.
It's because of the Nuggets.
Dude, there was that, and then in the middle of the two series, you guys see what I'm wearing. Something else happened.
Yeah, speaking of 4,
My thing is,
I'm hanging in there.
it's okay,
with
buddy.
with Nuggets
It'll be
Suns,
fine. You could still get Scoot.
you did everything you could.
Trading it.
Yeah.
I mean, they could still get Wemby too if they play their cards right.
Ain't no goddamn way.
Ain't no fucking way.
If they play their, like I said, if they play their cards, they'd
They
have to
got
play
it.
their cards exceptionally well.
They gotta, bro.
but they
it's-
could potentially
It's like the
get Wemby.
NFL movie draft day out
I'd
here.
argue that if there was something like a three-way trade where they ended up with Giannis and Jokic, they're still taking the number 1 pick.
Listen, man.
You think so?
The Rockets would have to offer up like Jabari Smith Jr., Jalen Green, and fucking Nia Long.
I
And
feel
that's
like-
the only way they were getting Victor
Nah,
Wembanyama.
Kenyon Martin Jr. You gotta throw him in there too.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, you have to play your cards exceptionally well, but you could do.
It's not happening. We're trading it for like Jalen Brown or something.
Do you know what Jalen Brown? That man has the worst hand. Kendrick Perkins can dribble better than Jalen Brown.
I'll do Jalen Brown.
Which, like I said, speaking of supermaxes,
Jalen Brown.
you think Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum gets a supermax?
I think the Celtics are in a really tough position considering how shitty Jalen Brown played in Game 7. And the entire season, he hasn't been like, I want to be back here. Like, you know how players usually are like, I want to be back here. I love this city. He hasn't been saying that. He's been saying like,
True.
we'll see. We will see. And that's what he's been saying. And
So
I think they
continue to build around Tatum.
build around Tatum. I mean, for the while, like my buddy Bryce, who's like a huge Celtics fan.
That's Jalen Brown.
Oh, the one that was
Yeah.
Jalen
crying,
Brown in the clutch.
Huh?
the one that was really sad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he'll ever see this ever in his life, but if, in the off chance that he does, I want to say, like, I'm sorry for all the memes, man. I'm sorry I was shitting on the Celtics so bad, but
Don't apologize for
can
being
we just
right.
get a collective fuck Boston?
Oh,
All right, on three. 1, 2, 3. Fuck Boston.
And that's the end of it. Fuck Boston.
Yeah.
I love
Also-
how every player, like even like Jalen Brown's Jalen Brown, guys. Let's go.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
player's getting the Guangdong Tigers, the Shanghai
Yeah.
Sharks treatment.
Ni hao, ni hao.
They were saying it about goddamn Jokic in like the Wolves series because he had like one bad game where he shot like 8 for 24.
Yeah.
And they're
Well,
like,
first off, these
you
idiots.
are Guangdong Tigers.
These idiots don't know what they're talking about. Also, Ben, going off your tangent, I think that's the most I've heard you talk these entire episodes.
What?
You,
Oh, when he went on his tangent
Yes.
earlier, it's the longest Ben like monologue that we've had for sure.
No, it's great. I love it.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's insight.
Ben's the quiet guy in the corner over here, just waiting to get open and shoot the ball.
Do you keep Chris Paul after what happened against the Nuggets?
Oh yeah, who gets a supermax on the Suns?
I mean,
he got hurt. Like,
there's no way you.
we have to account for that.
I know, but you.
Do you keep? I feel like Chris Paul is causing y'all.
He's causing so many issues.
He's just getting
Not
older.
causing so many issues, but just like he's worth more money than it.
It's per usual.
I mean, he's not worth as much money as he.
It
as
comes
he's
down to
gonna
me
be.
being a KD fan, and it's like, so I'm going to root for the Suns in that aspect
okay.
and wherever KD is. But like, just looking at it, and I like surface level and as a basketball fan and what that team should do.
Do you think they can keep KD and make him a
Yeah,
franchise
yeah.
player?
I think they keep him and would have to move from Chris Paul if I'm just like wanting them to succeed as a basketball fan. I think they move on from Chris Paul in some way.
Where do you think Chris Paul? Do you think Chris Paul goes out as a free agent, or that he gets traded? Because what's his contract right now? Does he still have years left on his contract?
Check it out, but
I feel like he's about to.
I
I,
think
feel like his
the
contract's about to
value
be
is in a
over.
trade for that guy. I mean, I think a lot of people are still high on him. He's still Chris Paul.
Oh yeah, he's still Chris Paul,
at
but
many times.
which did y'all see that fucking Blake Griffin is on the Celtics?
Yeah, you didn't know that.
What?
I didn't. And he has a mustache. It threw me off. I
that
just saw
man
him on the
play?
bench. No, he didn't.
I was
That's
about
why
to
I was
say.
confused because like I just saw him on the bench last game. Like they panned to one camera shot
Who?
of him cheering for somebody. Blake fucking Griffin of all
Who?
people. Which I'm surprised that Blake Griffin didn't get any playing time.
Chris Paul.
This series.
Chris Paul is under contract until 2024, 2025.
Wolf.
The full extent of his deal, part guaranteed. In 2023-2024, he could make up to $30 million.
The first thing that's going to happen for the Suns is a new coach, and then you go from there.
Do you really think they needed to trade or to fire Monty?
No, we already talked over that. I saw the post or the tweet.
That's
the record
where my reasoning
in
for
his
Chris
3
Paul
seasons
leaving is coming
was
from.
fucking insane. We've never seen a coach get fired with such a good resume.
Yeah, no.
In his first however many years.
That would be like the Steelers firing.
Tomlin.
Yeah,
Mac Tomlin, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, how long has Tomlin been coach of the Steelers, though?
like over a
But
decade.
he's like one of those guys. Like they're always like. Was this?
Yeah.
They were even this year, or just above. Like still, it's What you're saying, that we've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, no.
What do you think was the biggest problem with the Suns in the Nuggets series? Because you had good games from your best
Consistency, right?
players. I mean, like Devin Booker legit turned into like Jordan.
I feel like that's also like the Hawks and Celtics
It was
series.
a matchup nightmare.
There's nothing you can do about that. Like, there's nothing you can change. I feel like the Suns played somebody who fucking hates Kevin Durant. I feel like the Suns played like the best that they could play. They actually came out and like there was nothing better that they could have done except for drop 20 more points, which is like a lot to ask.
We have similar situations in like our teams for the playoffs.
It was just they
Except,
went up against a juggernaut.
Like what is DeJounte your number 2? Like our top 2 guys did what they needed to do.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
the slight difference.
I don't know if
I mean, for the Nuggets,
I don't think DeJounte is our number 2 yet. I think that he's in the process of becoming our number 2 guy. Like the better he gets in, like with our scheme.
Then who the fuck's your number 2?
Our number 2 is John Collins.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
So yeah, like John Collins didn't do what he was supposed to do this playoff series, but like he's the second franchise guy on that team.
He's been there a while.
Bogdan hasn't been there long enough. Clint hasn't been there long enough. Double O is gonna end up being a franchise role player. So is Hunter.
Nothing wrong with
unless
that.
they trade him away, but I doubt they trade Hunter away.
No.
No way.
No, he's had very good flashes.
I think if they trade anybody before trades, Bogdan, Clint, or DeJounte.
DeJounte already. Yeah.
Only because he didn't perform how they thought he was going to perform, but I think they give DeJounte another year.
He's not used to the playoffs, man.
He's not used to the playoffs, and he's not used to this team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a completely different feel from the Spurs.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I'm like, I think they give him another year to see how this whole Trey and DeJounte thing works. But if they don't go back to the playoffs, DeJounte's gone.
My biggest like thing
Or Trey
with DeJounte
for another piece.
My biggest thing with DeJounte still is a character thing, like how he was being a punk to Paolo.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still pissed at him about that.
He's not worse than Dylan Brooks.
No. Brooks.
Nobody will
don't-
ever be worse than Dylan Brooks.
Did we even get to talk about that kid?
I think we did last. I think we just all
Well, they-
collectively
they-
said fuck Dylan Brooks
Yeah,
last,
but
last
There was
episode.
that,
Can-
but they
can
didn't
we
even
say it on
lose to the
3?
Lakers lost. They say he wants to say it on 3.
Oh, but they hadn't lost yet? Oh, they hadn't lost yet.
Yeah.
Facts.
We were talking plans.
Which I'm not
Facts.
surprised that the Grizzlies lost.
I mean,
I'm not
y'all would,
surprised
no. Y'all were talking about, the Grizzlies are going to win this series.
No, I said,
one of y'all
I said the
motherfuckers-
Lakers are definitely going to win this series, but I
What?
said
No.
the
Run back
Grizzlies
the
are going to
tape.
play a great
Run back the
game.
tape.
They're
Run
going to
back
play
the
a
tape.
good series.
I told you guys how I made a bet with my buddy that the Lakers would win in 5 or 6, and I got my bread. He actually hasn't paid me yet.
Also, how are you going to tell me different? I literally edit the episode.
Run back the tape. Run back the tape and tell me I'm wrong.
Go to YouTube right now.
I can't.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought.
I don't want to watch all the way through. My battery will die.
Fair.
Yeah, no, I don't. What do you think the Grizzlies do this offseason?
Nothing.
Also,
Get
healthy.
Hold on.
Get healthy.
Hold on, I have to say this for the. Free my nigga Jaw.
Free him. Why? I mean, get him out of Memphis?
Let that I just mean let that man be a kid. Let that man be 23 with money, bro. Like, let him do what all the reckless bullshit that he wants to do. He does not have to succumb to some fucking standard that the NBA built
I mean,
for him. And I understand that,
I'm sure-
like, oh, he's a role model for kids. And no.
I
Nobody
mean-
asked to be a fucking role model for
All right,
kids.
hear me out.
He wanted to play basketball.
He do. All right, but hear me out. Hear me out.
We do the exact same thing to musicians all the time, and then we get teed up when they do something that, oh, kids, that's a bad experience for kids. They didn't ask to be a fucking role model for your kid, bro.
Yeah.
Ja is 23,
Yeah.
the same age as me, and he is just helping his homies out. Yeah. He's probably just giving back to his community, giving back to the people who had his back when he was growing up. But no, he needs to stop hanging out with those people. Oh no, but they're going to be bad for your career.
It's not
We
even
saw
that. It's
people-
just stop
we've
going on
seen-
Instagram live, flashing the.
But it's not
that's
even
literally-
him. That's the thing. It's so people are coming after Ja when he wasn't even the one that went live on Instagram. It was his friend.
Yeah.
And I get it. Oh, you shouldn't be waving a gun around, whatever. It's his fucking personal free time. He wasn't in the playoffs anymore. He decided to spend his time with his homies instead of going to Cancun and living it up like all the rest of these NBA players. He decided to instead share some of that money with his community and with his homies and have fun with them. Is that Ja's fault that his friend went on Instagram Live? No. Should Ja have been waving a gun around in a car? Probably not. But it's his life. Let him do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
I don't think that the man should get fired or suspended over that shit. I stand with JJ Redick. The man has not committed a crime.
No, he didn't. He's not. going
Deshaun
around-
Watson still has a job.
No, he's not going out here shooting people.
That's what I'm saying. Like
it's just
and it's not
waving
like
it
he's
around.
doing it in public 24/7.
No,
like
it's-
it's been at a club
Shotgun Willie's shout out.
and it's been in a car driving around with his friends.
No, he's
Two
not.
very private places where they have hella security probably with him and other shit.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is getting hurt in that situation? Who is he hurting?
No one. All right. Yeah, I agree.
I think that the NBA is being way too hard on him. I think that Adam Silver is forgetting how kids are.
Adam Silver kind of be on his Goodell shit right now.
Well, Adam Silver. Okay,
He's much better than Robert Goodell. Let's get that
fair.
my thing is like
way better. He actually lets his people protest.
the league has had problems with this in the past. Not exactly problems, but like I go back to Gilbert Arenas
Yeah.
and the gun incident with the coach in like 2011. And that was a different circumstance considering that was in the locker room during the season.
Didn't he pull the gun on his coach?
He pulled the gun on his coach, and his NBA career basically ended after that.
Yeah.
Oh, Gilbert.
It's just the NBA had this like weird dynamic in the 2000s where
Bro,
they,
first off, you're an NBA player and your name is Gilbert. Like the amount,
Hey, he
I'd
was
be
good.
having a gun
He
too.
was great.
I don't give
He
a
was
fuck.
great in his time.
Agent Zero was good.
He was one of those before his time.
Still though, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah,
I mean, Gilbert Arenas was great, like in the sense of Amari Stoudemire,
Shut up.
what's his name, Meta World Peace. Like in
Bro, I
that same
forgot
like
what his
category
name was
as
before
them.
Meta World Peace.
Ron Artest.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Like he's in that same category
out to
as
Petrich.
them. Like they're never going to go down as like the greatest players of all time, but they were really good for what they did and
Gil
what they
was really
contributed to
good.
their teams.
He just fucked it up by
No, but-
throwing that gun on his coach. So with Ja, I would be very surprised if the league were like, yeah, you're done for the season.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'd
yeah,
be
no.
fucked
You're
up.
not playing.
But they
next-
suspended him for like 40 games or something like that. They said that's what they were thinking of. It was
The NBA
which
is going to look
wild.
at it and be like, he's one of our most popular stars. He generates a lot of views on clips of highlights, just him dunking.
It'll be
Just
another
him dunking.
It'll be another like 10, 15 game suspension at most.
In the same way that they're a business and it makes them look bad, they're a business and need his money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need his highlights to be like, look at how good this guy is.
Yeah,
Literally, he could just go play
he
somewhere
is their
else.
franchise player. Let's be real.
He could literally go play somewhere else.
If Ja was not on the Grizzlies would not be what they are.
No,
Yeah.
literally.
And
like,
they have a great team outside of Ja. They would probably still win a lot of games,
Desmond Bain
but
looks like
they would not be the team that they are without
I mean,
Ja.
you got Midget Bain.
Hey, he's good. I mean,
Yeah,
he
is
had
good.
He had some
but
bad
he looks
games.
like a midget though.
But he's
I
coming.
know.
But
His
also
arms
Desmond
are too
Bain is
short.
like doing way better than a lot of people
Yeah.
in his draft class are doing right now.
Steven
Who was he,
Adams.
2018.
Hey,
He was,
I think he was
2018.
I saw a
20.
redraft and people had him at like 5 or 6.
all right,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
still, shout out the rest of that. You got the Block Panther in JJJ.
It's a great team.
Steven Adams, who is
Yeah.
a great fucking leader and role model on that. I love Steven Adams, man. Like,
Wasn't healthy.
Memphis missed
it don't matter. He's still a great locker room
No, but that's
presence.
Oh, yeah.
That affected the outcome of the
It
Lakers
did.
Grizzlies series.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, if Steven Adams was healthy, that like you sway the series a different way. Like
especially
you got a
with
good presence.
AD going
Lakers
up and down and
No,
up and
especially
down and
you
up
got a
and
good
down.
presence up front in the perimeter. Like he's
What did
an
that series even
offensive
go to?
rebounding
6.
machine.
Okay. Yeah, it would have went to Game 7.
No, but still, like, with, yeah, because yeah, dude, what he gets
you
like,
say it would have stayed at 6.
what he averages like 5 or 6 offensive rebounds a game.
Stephen Adams.
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
Probably.
dude, that's crazy.
Terrible
That-
free throw shooter, but great rebounder.
I was gonna
Can't
say,
shoot
they'd
for
send him to
shit.
the line
Yeah.
enough to.
They would just hack a steal.
Jonas Valanciunas twin.
I think
I mean, they got traded for each other.
Valanciunas is probably a better shooter, purely.
No, he is. He can
But-
shoot threes.
Yeah.
I like Valanciunas. I've
Yeah.
loved him since he was on Toronto. Shout out Raptors.
Now, we have talked about most of the series.
Yeah.
We could briefly, I don't know, rest in peace, Minnesota.
Nah, fuck Minnesota.
Fuck.
Rest in peace, Brooklyn.
Did we?
Not rest in peace, Brooklyn.
Did we miss one of the East?
We got swept.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, but like
They
in
deserved
terms
it.
of like going forward in the future, I thought you meant
They deserved it.
the one Eastern semis we didn't talk about was Miami, New York, but like
Oh,
shout out Jalen Brunson.
Shout out
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson.
oh,
was
we
a
did talk
really-
about it. Yeah, that's
We
all we
briefly
said.
before we got our.
That was a really bad turnover by Brunson at the end of Game 6. They had a chance to tie.
Otherwise,
It's all right.
Otherwise, he gave them what 2 games, right? They got.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, how
It was
about
entirely him?
How about though that Kings were? I was really rooting for the Kings.
I was so rooting for the Kings too, man.
Good series.
That was a hell of a series.
It was.
I think
They'll be back next year.
it really just comes down to the Kings had no playoff.
Yeah, we're talking about
experience.
Steven Adams averaging.
Yeah.
Steven Adams averages 11.5 rebounds per
No, but how many of them are offensive? I said like 5 or 6.
Oh, you said offense.
His O board.
Yeah, numbnut.
That's still great numbers.
I'm not sure. This is just overall rebounds.
Well, there should be a number on there for.
I know I'm getting there. Jeez. Jeez.
You got the baseball.
You could have looked on your phone.
I
It's
could have.
right under your hand.
I could have.
This is just in the playoffs.
Pulling it up. Here you have for the finals over here, huh?
Oh, that's what we're gonna get to.
Yes, of course.
Go Nuggets.
Right down the street. You know.
Go
How could we
Nuggets,
not?
baby.
The energy here is crazy. There's people around. I have a story that we're gonna get to.
Oh yes.
Yes.
I met the announcers today. I'll say it. I was at breakfast. I walked out, and eating breakfast at the same place I just finished eating breakfast at on the patio was Mike Breen, Mark Jackson, and Jeff.
And Jeff Van Gundy.
Jeff Van Gundy. They were right there.
God bless him.
I didn't want to bug them at a restaurant because they're eating, they're enjoying their food. So I said, "Big fans of you guys." Shook their hands and got on. But yeah, fuck, it was crazy.
I find it really cute that they get breakfast
I
together.
was, dude. I was like, my buddy said the same thing. I
Bro,
was
it's,
like,
they're
Steven
friends.
Adams
like they just announced it. It was so wholesome.
5.1 offensive rebounds.
Oh, would you look
and
at that? Will was right.
6.5
Will was right.
defensive rebounds. You said 6.
I said 5 or 6.
You said 6.
I said 5 or 6.
You literally
Run
just
back.
said 6.
Run back the tape.
How
Run.
the fuck would I run back the tape if
You
you just
will
said
when
it?
we're editing it.
I don't think we need an instant replay on that one, man.
Nah,
I'm
gonna do an instant replay on a video when I edit it just to make this man look.
5 or, I said 5 or 6.
I'm gonna go back specifically to when you said 6.
I said 5 or 6.
But on the announcers thing, look, I like the finals crew. I
Yeah.
really do. They've called a lot of, I mean, I think ABC got the broadcasting rights in the late 2000s, so they were there for like a lot of iconic moments. Like Kyrie Irving's shot against the Warriors, Ray Allen's shot against the Spurs.
Kyrie Irving.
The block by James, Mike Breen, literally that came out of his mouth. That's so cool.
It was really cool.
But they were assholes in the fucking Nuggets Lakers series, man. They were calling everything a foul on the Nuggets. They were like, "How is that not a foul?" When
No,
they were like,
but
the
that,
Lakers
I
didn't
will
get
be
fouled.
fair. There were in that last game, especially in the first quarter, literally like the refs missed 3 back-to-back fouls for the Lakers. And that wasn't just me coming from like a Lakers fan standpoint. It was like me watching the game as a basketball fan. I was like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, not me.
It
No,
literally doesn't make sense
not
how they
me, I
didn't
was
call
hating.
any of those fouls.
Not me. I was hating.
I was just like, there were just a lot of fouls that they didn't call. And that's just facts.
Yeah.
That is
They
like
did.
the announcers were saying what was facts. Like there were a lot of those fouls that should have been called. And they explained exactly why those fouls should have been called, and they were right.
Me and Alex. Just
I will say that,
became
but they did
biggest
complain a
haters
lot.
for both of the teams we were rooting for.
What do you mean?
Just in the group chat, like
Oh.
we were just both hating. You were hating Lakers, I was hating Nuggets.
Yeah.
we
I
just
mean, no,
became haters for a week.
no, Ben every other fucking sentence. Man, fuck the Nuggets.
I like that one. You guys got
Dude.
me back though. There were some good ones.
You
I
can't-
know. Well,
You can't
I held back.
It was the memes.
It was
hold it against him. Look, Nikola Jokic
greatest player on the planet.
Just kept hitting me with it.
hit the shot.
That fucking 3, man.
That might be like the look.
That's the highlight of that series. I'll say
We
that.
haven't won the title yet.
That's the one they just kept hitting me with.
Does he know?
We haven't won the title.
What's up?
That shot over LeBron in the final 2 minutes, the Sombor shuffle from behind the arc swish.
He did it to AD too earlier.
He did it twice that game.
It was great, dude.
That
Holy
might-
shit, it was beautiful.
That shot might usher in a new era in the NBA.
I think so.
It will.
That is the shot because look, people were bitching. about the
LeBron
ratings.
isn't doing the his signature shot anymore.
I know.
That's
People were bitching about the ratings. They were like, dude, if it's Nuggets Heat in the finals, the ratings are going to be terrible. Nobody cares about the Nuggets. And then
They should.
11 million people tuned in to watch the Lakers get swept. That's one of the most watched conference semifinals games in decades.
and everybody was out for that game. too, I saw.
Everybody watched Jokic do that. over the King.
Yeah.
We are in the Jokic era.
That
We are.
stadium was packed.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are.
Dude.
My thing is like NBA commentators just be saying shit.
Yeah.
No, but
like Stephen A. Smith just says shit.
DNVR.
Who the fuck would put Luka on a supermax contract over
No one.
most of the other players that are in
one.
this league that are doing better?
But DNVR, where we were, packed. Like you,
Oh,
you can go
yeah.
anywhere in this city. Like as soon as we got out of the bar, people were just
Could have gone to
honking.
Brooklyn's across the street. I know
I'm
that shit was
good.
packed.
I'm
It's in the
good.
air, man. It's in the
People-
air.
Yeah, if you guys are
It's
like
beautiful.
for the people that aren't, you're talking ratings, everything. For the people that aren't in Denver, it's getting rowdy. Even yesterday it was like it's
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot of fun. to
For
be in
sure.
this
And I
city.
think that Denver's just not like a big market team in terms of basketball.
No.
They're
We're not for
becoming
a
a big
lot.
market team. But I think that because y'all aren't like traditionally, it makes people like automatically like the Raptors series. 2019, nobody expected the fucking Raptors to win that series.
No one did.
Nobody put money on the Raptors, and the people who did put money on the Raptors to win a lot of fucking money. It's like same thing with the Nuggets right now, like and the Heat. Nobody gives a fuck about the Heat except for people in Miami.
I mean, it's
And I
okay.
guess like the Eastern Conference, just because they
He's-
just
he's a
don't
bigger
want the
market.
Western Conference
Even
to win
the
again.
Heat are bigger.
Yeah, Miami-Dade County is like a huge metropolitan area.
Oh,
It
for
is.
sure. But so is Denver. But people don't think
No,
about that.
I mean Miami-Dade, like it's a lot bigger though than the
You want to
Denver.
know who
you
is
think so?
I
I think in terms of population, probably not.
Yeah.
But in terms of
population,
size, probably yeah.
Well, and sports teams out there too.
Well, yeah, it's Florida.
Yeah.
There's just so many fucking sports teams out there.
You want to know who is like a medium to small size market equitable to the Denver market that became one of the more iconic franchises in league history?
The Cavs.
The San Antonio fucking Spurs.
Oh, true. Yeah.
5 goddamn titles with one of the most boring players ever, Tim Duncan. But they won, and they cemented their
Don't
place
put it
to
in
where
quotes.
guys like Manu Ginobili,
Tony Parker.
Tony
Yeah.
Parker, Kawhi Leonard,
Kawhi, DeJounte
DeJounte,
Shout out Kawhi.
and Timmy D, one of
Yeah.
the best power forward of all time.
of all
It's
time.
fuck the Spurs again for me.
Fuck the Spurs.
It's fuck the Spurs again for me.
I don't have any connection to the
It's
Spurs.
No,
just
no, no,
'cause-
no, no, no,
yeah,
no, no,
I
no.
get it.
We know why Ben's saying that. Come
No.
on, if you have to think about it, Alex, you're not.
I hated them growing up.
I
and
never-
and I have a reason to hate them again.
I don't think I ever
and
hated the
after that-
Spurs growing
Oh,
up.
yeah,
I always felt like very indifferent
that-
about them, but I always loved Tim Duncan.
No, same. Like, it
I
was
think
hard
I
to hate
felt-
Tim Duncan.
It's hard to hate Tim Duncan, but it was also awful to see like my Heat team get just like destroyed.
Get
by
absolutely
the
bodied by this
Spurs.
big goofy motherfucker who
That
plays
shit
fundamental.
hurt. That was when like I first got into basketball too. So like,
Yeah.
That man is playing fundamental basketball at 6'11" and is just cooking the fuck out of
like
Bosh,
just straight
Dwade,
fundamentals.
D Wade, and fucking
And LeBron and Bosch.
bro. It's just fundamentals. Like
We had to get Ray
oh,
Allen the next year.
Bro, I like watching Spurs and Nuggets game this year when they played at the Alamo Dome. Oh my! I would love to have been at that game.
My
Oh.
buddy
The-
Danny, who's a
I do have
longtime
another
Spurs
question
fan, was
after.
there.
Do you think we see players like Tristan, KD, players getting traded to teams right before the playoffs more often? Do you
Well-
think that that's
well-
going to become a bigger trend of teams like who maybe did a really good job during the season, but then they
Tristan-
have players that are injured or they feel like
Tristan was a
maybe they need
He
more.
wasn't. Tristan didn't even get traded. He was
was
a
on the
fucking
buyout.
announcer.
Or not traded, but just like he just got signed.
He was on his couch fucking broadcasting.
Well, I'm just
for 3
saying, like
months as an
traded or
analyst.
signed,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, do you see that becoming a trend?
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to become more popular for teams?
I mean, you see that honestly in all sports. Like for baseball, there's this one guy. His name is Terrence
I feel
Cole.
like not in football, really.
well,
though.
I mean,
But that's also because the trade deadline is so opposite from.
in
playoffs.
baseball, there's this one guy. His name is Terrence Gore. He is a career pinch runner. The man has 3 World Series
I'm
rings.
gonna
He
be real
sits.
with you, Will. Sorry, I'm gonna let you continue, but you saying words that have no meaning
All
to
right,
my mind.
but no, all right. I'm just gonna say this man sits on his fucking couch every year until September when playoffs are about to start, and they gets a contract to go run bases for a professional baseball team, steal bases in the playoffs.
yeah.
Like,
But that's what I'm saying. Like
no,
we don't
and
really
that's
see
the
that
Tristan,
in the NBA.
that's the
like
Tristan
we always
Thompson
see
thing.
the trade deadline thing,
Yeah.
but like we don't see it for teams going into the playoffs as often. You know what
No,
I
I
mean?
could
like
see Tristan
this
Thompson
year
being
we saw
that-
it way more. Like it was way more prevalent this
Yeah.
playoff season,
Yeah.
or like right before this playoff season than it was in past years.
No, but still, I could see Tristan Thompson being that pioneer though for basketball. Doing
for
that.
like for like being the person that like Melo could
get signed again. Well,
No,
he retired fully.
He
so I guess
scored
he can't.
4 points in an entire fucking playoff series.
He still
he
played,
did,
though.
but he still got to play.
I know.
He sat on his ass all fucking.
And I mean, like specifically, I'm
season.
thinking of like KD getting traded right before the trade deadline.
I mean, any team with KD on it
Kyrie
is
getting
contending.
traded right before playoffs. Like that's
look how
more
that
so what
turned
I'm
out.
thinking about is stuff like big stars getting traded from like teams that maybe aren't doing so well to a team that is in the playoffs and needs them on their team.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a problem with that, but I mean, like I don't feel like it's something that we'll run into until after a few years.
I mean, you look at the conference finals. The Lakers really retooled that roster at the deadline.
for
which-
sure.
Just what happens with LeBron teams. The Nuggets really stuck with whatever they had during the season. I mean, for God's sakes, in the last two
I mean,
games,
they didn't need anything though.
Yeah,
that was the thing.
In the last 2 games of the Lakers series, we were playing a 7-man rotation. Our starters, Jeff Green and Bruce Brown, and that was it. We cut Christian Brown because it was like, motherfucker can't hit an open shot. And he's a rookie. I'll give him some slack there, but like we're playing 7 guys that we've had all year. The
Yeah.
Heat. I mean, they're playing G Leaguers.
Yeah.
They're playing legitimate G Leaguers.
They
big
are
minutes.
playing Cody fucking Zeller.
He didn't play much in
which
Game
is
7.
why, but I mean, he played a lot throughout the
did,
series, and
but-
somehow they kept letting Cody fucking Zeller score.
Yeah.
I will say that's like the one downside of y'all series on y'all's end is like y'all let people like Cody Zeller score, but like
No.
people are going to score.
He's
So,
on the
yeah.
Heat.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He's
Oh,
saying,
I'm
will
going to
be?
say like that's going to be
Like-
the
Oh,
the
upcoming.
okay, my bad.
Yeah,
God,
like
if
the
we
Shamit
let-
thing. Yeah,
If
yeah.
we let Cody fucking Zeller cook us,
He's not gonna cook you. He's gonna give you way too many. Like
He'll-
he's gonna have,
yeah.
like,
He's just gonna be in the
like
paint
a
too
20-minute
often.
stretch that he's gonna get like.
And
6,
he's just going to
but he
happen to
shouldn't
get
do
the
that.
ball, and for some reason, Jokic isn't going to be on him.
bro, I can tell
And
you,
he's
I
just
can
gonna
put
get
on
easy points.
I can put on a random basketball game throughout the year, not even know who's on the fucking roster. If I see that receding ass hairline, I will immediately know, oh hey, Cody Zeller has a fucking job again.
Sorry, receding hairline
No.
and dumbass goggles.
Looks like a guy.
No, dude,
Dumbass
it's
face
literally the
text photo.
fucking
What the
hairline.
fuck are you even protecting your face from?
Yeah.
No, dude,
You're
it's
like Cody
lit-
Zeller.
Dude, it's literally the hairline for me.
You just
It's
don't want
like
people to see a Cody Zeller.
I didn't even know he was on the Heat until I was at work last week. I saw that fucking goofy ass hairline.
he was on the Heat?
I didn't.
I didn't know Cody Zeller was on the
Did
Heat.
you know he
until-
was
I didn't know
actually
he was. Let me see. I didn't know Cody Zeller was still
on the Heat. Yeah, no, dude. I saw that goofy ass hairline. I'm like, oh, Cody Zeller has a job again. Good for him.
I thought Cody Zeller had been traded.
I thought he retired.
I thought he was a free agent or something.
You want to know he's the highest drafted player on the Miami Heat right now?
yeah,
Are you
because
fucking
what? He was a
Fourth. He was
fourth?
the 4th
Yeah.
overall pick like a decade ago.
By who?
Who drafted
he
Was it
go
like
to
Indiana or something like that?
No, it might have been Indiana actually. Yeah.
Indiana. I feel like it was like the Indiana, Detroit, the Cavs, something like that. One of those kind of teams. Because those were all the teams that were like tanking.
Charlotte Bobcats.
No fucking shit.
Wow, that makes sense actually.
Oh, he went to college at Indiana.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
He seems like a guy who would have gone to.
Yeah, he seems like somebody who would have played in Indiana.
Great basketball school.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Disrespect.
Shout out to the Hoosiers.
The NBA Finals.
Who's your daddy?
I don't even watch college basketball
Who's your-
until it's March Madness season.
Yeah.
And y'all's brackets get cooked. It is my favorite time of year.
Man, you didn't even win. Your bracket got cooked too.
Don't care, but how about
Your
them?
bracket got cooked worse than mine.
Hey, how about them Princeton Tigers, baby?
You paid Niels, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh fuck! Thank you for reminding me. I told Niels the other day, like last time we saw him, that I was going to pay him.
You're
and
not.
I still
Trenton,
haven't.
Trenton hasn't paid him either.
Oh,
Well,
okay,
Trenton's
bet.
broke.
Trenton.
I'm also broke, so bet.
He said he understands that. I explained it to him.
Yeah, bro. Fucking Cody's. Oh my god, this man played 15 games in the regular season. Averaged
It's been
6.5 points.
Who won MIP this year? By the
Most
way,
improved player.
yeah.
Who was it? Was it?
Laurie.
Yeah,
It was Laurie.
It
It
was
was.
Laurie Markkinen.
How do you feel about next season? Like playoff predictions. We're about to go into the finals, so like obviously next episode will be about the next few episodes will be about the NBA finals and the upcoming draft.
Yeah.
But looking ahead, like super early prediction. Super
For next
early,
year?
like way too early prediction.
Nuggets.
Well, I'll say this. I don't see
Not
this-
for the finals, just for like
Yeah.
entering the playoffs in
Nuggets.
like the West and the East.
We're gonna be I can't say it. I can't say it.
I have Nuggets. I have Clippers again. I have.
I could see Dallas turning it around somehow.
I don't see Dallas turning
I don't
it
know
Maybe.
what the hell
It's
they
I
gonna
see
take
the
a
Suns
lot.
again.
Yeah.
I can see that's what 1, 2, 3.
All right. Do we see the
Grizzlies.
Jazz? Do we see the Jazz make that push?
Jazz is number 8 on my list. Actually.
Really? Okay,
Yeah,
bet.
that's why I brought that up. I think the Jazz do a lot better with Laurie on their team.
And who's that? Kessler, Walker Kessler.
Walker Kessler.
He proved himself
Yeah,
this
for
year.
sure. And they didn't do bad at all.
No,
it's just that other teams happen to do better at the end of the season.
No, and let's talk about how Walker Kessler got that starting role. It's because they made that bum-ass trade, which I don't even know why these two giblet heads get packaged together, but fucking Jared Vanderbilt and Malik Beasley are tied at the hip and get traded everywhere together.
Yeah.
Oh, my other 2 teams for the West. I think Kings go back.
Kings will go back.
Kings will go back, and then
You didn't mention, you said you'd get into draft next episode, but they're going to be that good, the Spurs.
the Spurs.
Yeah.
I don't know. If
I
they're
don't know.
Immediately a playoff team with Wemby.
We're putting too much pressure on
I
Wemby.
think
We're
I
putting
don't
way
think
too much
I
pressure.
don't think Lakers will go back. I think the Lakers are going to try and tank
so they can get Bronny.
They got
so that
Bron,
they
man.
can get Bronny.
Bron does not want to miss the playoffs again.
I know he doesn't want to miss the playoffs again, but it's either you miss the playoffs again or you don't get to play with Bronny. Those are his 2 options.
He'll leave. He'll leave and go wherever Bronny is.
He
To the
will.
Magic, he will never go to New York. I doubt.
Give him a minimum. Give him
if,
like
if
a,
him a
LeBron,
give him a vet min. He'll
if,
go
if
to-
Player
I
coach,
see
player
LeBron
coach.
go to the Orlando Magic, I will never believe anything.
No.
else in sports.
Hold on.
Black coach.
The greatest plot twist of all time.
Le Bubble.
Charlotte Hornets.
Love bubble.
Charlotte
Well,
Hornets.
also predictions, because then I said that thing. The other prediction is that they go back to Cleveland.
I could
That's
see that.
like the second team
But
that could
Cleveland's
get
contending
Bronny,
now.
huh?
But Cleveland's contending now.
The only way
They
they're
are
not going to be is
contending,
if
but
they
like-
trade away Spida.
But
They're not.
They're not
won't.
going to trade away Spider.
Fuck no, they won't.
What is our where does Bronny fall to? And then we can guess a few teams.
I feel like he will cook at USC.
Yeah.
The Pac-12 is a weak
He'll,
basketball
he'll
conference.
increase his draft stock.
He'll definitely increase his draft stock, but he's still gonna. He's not
Yeah.
gonna be in the top 5.
5 earliest, right?
5 earliest, but
All
I
right.
doubt it's gonna
Top
be
10.
5.
All
I
right,
feel like
all
it's
right.
gonna be
Real question,
6
boys.
earliest.
Real question. Do we go watch USC?
My prediction is 8th.
Shush. Do we go watch USC play CU?
Oh
this
hell
year?
yes! Oh hell yeah! My homie still plays for CU too, so I'd
So we're
love
gonna
to
go-
see that man play against
guarding
Bronny.
Honestly, I want to go
I
watch
would
that game.
love to see that man cook Bronny.
I am not a CU fan, but I am planning.
I'm not a CU fan either.
No,
but
I
shout
am
out to
planning.
Dalen Coons.
I am planning trips
I'm pretty
to
sure he's still on
CU.
the roster.
Make it happen.
I am gonna go watch the Nebraska CU opening game. Shout out, go Big Red!
Yeah.
And I'm down to go watch Bronny play CU.
Yeah.
I will cheer for Bronny.
But not his dad.
Fuck no.
That's so weird. What the fuck?
Hey, his son can learn from his daddy's mistakes.
Oh damn, my homie's not on that team anymore. Actually,
No?
I think he switched schools. Yeah,
UNC,
Yeah.
I think.
UNC, huh?
I'm pretty sure. You
What?
said Dalen Cooks, right?
Dalen Kuntz.
Kuntz? Yeah, UNC.
Is he on UNC? No way.
Yep. I would know. I actually looked at their roster quite a bit this last year.
As in the Bears.
After
Yes.
this.
My buddy played for the Bears.
Shout out to my boy Dalen. Oh, he wasn't
Actually-
playing at. He switched to UNC actually.
Oh, would you look at that? Will was right.
UNC. I thought you said USC.
No, I said UNC.
Also, if you had said UNC, I also would have thought you
No,
meant like North
Bears,
Carolina.
Northern Colorado.
Yeah.
Yep. Number 1, Dalen Kuntz. Denver East, Colorado.
Yeah. Shout out to Dalen. That's what.
We take a bathroom break.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
All right, cool.
I
And
mean,
then
we're at
pause.
at an hour and 12, so I mean, we can wrap it up. To be honest,
I want to talk about just like the finals.
the finals.
The
The
finals.
finals, like Miami, Denver, where we think it's going to go.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it real quick before you go to the bathroom, so
I
that
think
you
just
can
wrap it up.
actually like go to the bathroom and like take your time
All right.
instead of rushing?
No, here's what's gonna happen. Alex
mean,
is
I don't
gonna
know.
Sit there on his phone while he's
Oh, it'll be
peeing.
fine.
No, let's end on this. It's about to happen.
Okay, go ahead, Alex.
The NBA finals.
Yeah.
Predictions. Just
Nuggets.
in
Nuggets in.
5.
You say 5?
5 or 4.
You say what?
4 or 5.
4 or 5? I was like, that's 9.
That's 9.
4 or 5. It's a very Lakers
6.
X situation
6.
where I think Jimmy is able to get
Jimmy.
6.
'cause he's
I
Jimmy.
think that it looks like they're going to steamroll them at first. I think it looks like the Nuggets are going to steamroll them. Like the first 2 games are just ridiculously good for the Nuggets.
I think it's going to be.
I think they go back to Miami. Jimmy goes off in game 3.
they have a good. Nobody necessarily goes off in Game 4 for Miami, but they still have a good game and they win.
I don't know about that.
And then I think Denver wins the next two.
So you're saying each team will win their home games?
Well, they would win in a
Miami.
one-game.
We will have to win one in Miami.
Yeah, y'all would have to win.
I
the last
say we
game in
win.
Miami.
I say we win Game 4 in Miami.
You said 4. You
Yeah.
said 5 at first.
Well, no. Well,
Oh, but you're just saying like
We
y'all
win
win
game
Game 4.
4
Y'all
in
don't
And
win
then
Game
come back
3.
and
Yeah.
win the championship at home.
yes.
That would be fire. I mean,
I say no. Hear me
that
out.
would be
We
fucking
take,
amazing.
We take the first 2 in Denver.
I don't know if I want to be in Denver.
Go to
that
Miami.
night.
We go to Miami. We lose. It's gonna be close.
Yeah.
Like probably within 6 to 10. We turn around, win Game 4 in Miami, come back and just absolutely steamroll.
Destroy them. In Game
Jokic
5.
is gonna be pissed for
That's a
2
good
games
prediction.
straight.
That's a good prediction. I don't think it's on Jokic.
No, it's not. But he's gonna be pissed. He's
I
gonna
think
be.
that he ends up being Finals MVP. But
No,
I
he
don't
does.
think that it's Jokic that
if they
wins the
lose,
last game for them.
No, it's gonna be
the
Jamal.
reason I say
it's gonna be Jamal or MPJ, or
That's
hell,
what I
even
say.
Aaron Gordon.
I was
Aaron
gonna-
Gordon's gonna be playing in Florida again.
not Aaron Gordon. I think it's definitely going to be
Jamal.
Jamal. That's
for
going
the
to be
Hall.
like
Hey.
the deciding factor. That's why I say Game 6.
Hey, Jamal.
I think
for
that-
the Hall.
He's going to be a little bit more lax after the first 2 games of steamrolling the Heat, which is how it usually goes. Jamal wins and he gets a little bit more lax in games. Like, he's still going to go off.
No,
but he
he's-
gets more lax compared to when knows he's going to win.
Dude, and I just loved how everyone was saying, "Oh, Bubble Jamal was good. He hasn't played in a
Hey,
real
look,
playoffs."
we proved everybody.
I have
fucking
been
wrong this
saying
season.
since game
Everybody's
one.
been saying that the bubble was a bust. Since
Nah,
the bubble,
no.
and
Don't get. I've been
all
saying
4 of
since
those
game
teams came
one.
back.
Yeah.
Bubble Jamal is playoff Jamal. No matter
Oh, for
where
sure.
you look at it, Jamal Murray is a playoff fucking goat. He's the GOAT. The GOAT.
They're gonna put Jimmy Butler on him.
The facts.
He's
For
gonna-
sure.
I don't think he's gonna start the series on Jimmy Butler.
And I
Or
think
Jimmy Butler's
that's
not gonna
why I
start the
say
series on him.
Game 6 because I think that Jimmy just guards the shit out this.
Oh,
man
it's
while
just
they're
like
in Miami.
It's just like Bam's gonna guard the shit out of Jokic.
This is gonna be a tough.
I don't know if anybody can guard you. That's my
No,
problem.
but see,
though. That's my thing.
Bam, for how short he's, what 6'9" as a center,
Yeah.
but he's built. He has the
Yeah,
ability
he's
to
big.
just fucking like bully Jokic in the
Yeah.
paint, and Jokic will bully back. But I feel like it's gonna be
It's going to be
it's
a
good.
big man battle.
it's gonna be comparable. I feel like it's gonna be comparable.
I think it's going to be a battle of the big man
Yeah.
and the forward/guards who can like really drive into the paint really well. I don't think it's going to be a 3-point shooting competition at
Nah,
all.
KCP gonna maybe like pop off for like 2 or 3 a game. That's it.
I don't know. I think
I feel like-
Miami's perimeter, like that's what's won them all these games.
Yeah.
It's like the amount of
Caleb
shooters
Martin.
they have
Yeah.
between like Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Duncan
Dude,
Robinson.
and they get Tyler Hero back. Holy
And they
shit.
get Tyler Hero back Game 3. Back in Miami. That's what I'm saying.
That's the
man.
game they win. That's the game they win.
That's what I'm
I heard
saying.
that they don't get him. Period. I feel like I saw that report.
I saw. a
No, I saw
report-
something yesterday that said they get him back in
They'll
Game
get him
3.
back by Game 3.
Yeah.
I saw a week ago. It's like he's.
Alex, what's your prediction? Well, you never said yours.
Nuggets and
I am very worried to make a prediction.
That's fair.
'cause I was just gonna say they're the overwhelming favorite, but like what if?
I look.
Yeah.
I respect.
I mean,
I will
Jimmy is like that. He will.
I will respect the Miami Heat to the ends of the earth this series. Like I shit talked the Boston Celtics.
That's 'cause
I
fuck Boston,
I
though,
shit
like-
talked the Los Angeles Lakers. I shit talked the Suns. I will not shit talk the Miami Heat.
Oh, no.
because it is so unprecedented for an 8 seed to make it here. The last time an 8 seed made the NBA Finals was 1999, and that was a strike shortened season. There were only 50 games that season.
Yeah.
That's what makes this so improbable. And we have a great storyline going in. Somebody's getting their first ring. It's either going to be Jimmy or it's going to be Jokic. So we have a great storyline. Both of these guys are going to be playing for pride.
2 teams that really deserve a ring.
exactly.
I'm going Nuggets in 6.
Okay.
I respect it.
I'm
respect
going
it.
Nuggets in 6, and it hurts me to say that because I think it's going to jinx. I think I'm going to fucking jinx it.
Good job. Good job.
But
Ben, your prediction?
He said Nuggets in. You said Nuggets in 4 or 5, right?
Yeah, if I have to give a lock for.
And so we all said Nuggets.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's a
overwhelming
1 seed versus an
favorite.
8 seed.
Yeah.
We have played beautiful basketball all season. We have
Y'all
shooting.
have played really
They're
good,
so good,
consistent
and I
basketball,
say
way
what if-
better than Miami has.
Because
Facts.
of what you had in the final, like obviously they're doing great through the playoffs. Like the Nuggets are doing what they're supposed to do. But the finals, to an extent, is still a different beast. So I'm just saying for you, what if?
Yeah. We
I-
do have to have the devil advocate to some degree.
There is a
there.
a horrible alternate universe where it's like
Oh, yeah.
Miami in 7. And I blow.
There's
my
a
fucking
horrible
brains out.
alternate universe where there's
I hope
Miami
it's not
in
this
4.
one.
I don't know how.
I don't think it would ever be Miami and 4 in this universe, but
If it does,
Not
the
this season,
suicide
at
rate
least.
in Denver is going to go up very quickly.
I shudder.
isn't
to
it?
think
And
of it.
isn't it already like the leading cause of death in Colorado?
The Nuggets? Yeah.
No, I think that's the Broncos.
I mean, for me, it's the Rockies, but you know,
For some people, it's the Rapids. Look,
I've never been more scared in my life for something like this. I am
yeah,
scared.
no,
of
I think
Jimmy.
this is going to be an amazing series. I'm
butterflies,
super excited
man.
for this
Holy shit.
series. I tweeted it on Twitter. I know, I'm pretty sure both of y'all saw it because I know you don't follow me on Twitter.
I don't.
you should.
Yeah, no. The picture of the last season when the Nuggets and the Heat played, and Jokic pushed Markieff Morris in the back, and the entire Heat team was standing there waiting for this man
Oh yeah.
in the fucking locker room.
Well, I mean, Markieff Morris isn't on the Heat anymore, but
Yeah,
there's
but
still
like
that
still,
blood
but
there.
like that's what I'm saying. Like that energy is still there, which is why I think it's going to be such an amazing series. Like the Heat are not going to back down from this challenge. They
Absolutely.
understand that they're the AFC and they've proven that they should be better than the AFC this entire playoff series.
Yeah.
which is also my qualms with this entire like postseason ranking bullshit. I
Yeah.
feel like the Heat should go back up to number one if they, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right for us to continue to call them an AFC when they have literally already won more games and the 1 seed has won now.
The 1 seed
Do you
as well as the 2 seed combined.
Do you
Yeah.
think
So-
the 9 days of rest the Nuggets have had is going to help
yes.
or hinder them?
It's going to
Help.
hinder.
help.
No,
I think it
Hinder.
helps.
No,
I think it helps.
I'm old.
That
First
I-
off,
my-
you get your first 2 games here. You're at home for your first 2 games.
Yeah.
You've
You
been
said
able
I'm
to
old.
rest and practice in your own facilities and
gonna
in
get to
your
that, but
own
y'all-
city
What are you talking about?
for over a week. You've been able to like be in your element for over a week. That's why when
All
I
right,
made my
all right, all
prediction, you win the first 2 games because you're here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to reference back to baseball.
You're comfortable.
In 2007, the Colorado Rockies fucking made it to the World Series, and all they had to do was wait for the Cleveland Indians to beat the Boston Red Sox. Cleveland was up 3-1 in the series, and what the fuck do?
They come back.
Boston comes back. 9 days the Rockies have to wait. They aren't prepared. Like, they had too much time off. They were relaxed. They were practicing, don't get me wrong, but you
But they
can't
weren't in
prepare for
playoff
that
mode anymore.
No, like, you take that much time off, it kind of just sways the momentum in favor of the other guy.
I don't think
Like-
that it hinders them only because y'all have already had to wait earlier in this playoffs. Y'all
Fair.
were the first team in the West to
But
advance.
not as
And
not
y'all
as
had
many
to-
days.
Not as
This
many
was-
days. But
This
y'all
was
still had
9
to.
fucking
But y'all had to wait
days.
what 5 days,
Yeah.
6 days, something like that. I mean, which is not far from 9.
Yeah.
But,
But
like
3 more days
it's just
can-
about y'all continuing, which I think the Nuggets have a really good job of doing.
Yeah.
Is continuously having that mindset of like we're in the playoffs, we need to give our all.
I mean, we took the
I don't
last
think-
month of the season off,
Yeah, we did.
and then we kicked the shit out of Minnesota.
well, yeah,
Kick the shit out of everybody
because
that
it's
y'all come up against.
fucking soda.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that this hinders you whatsoever. I think
Yeah.
that if anything, the Nuggets are about to bring in like a bunch of AAU players to help them practice if they need to. Like, I don't see the Nuggets being hindered by this whatsoever.
Nuggets are,
I see only the Heat being
really-
hindered by this.
They're a really good.
Oh, just like I mean, they're going to be more tired coming in.
No, they're going to be way more tired coming in, because they did not give them enough time.
No.
What was the last game?
Yesterday.
2 days ago?
Yesterday.
Last night.
Wait, no, it wasn't.
No,
last
no,
night.
it was 2 nights ago.
It was 2 nights ago,
2
yeah.
nights ago.
2 nights ago they finished.
And they play
And then they
tomorrow.
hopped on a plane, came to Denver, had to reset, and then probably go to practice today,
Yeah.
tomorrow, and then they have a game tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're going to get hindered for sure. But I don't think that I think that the biggest people that affects is Jimmy
Yeah.
and Bam.
Jimmy.
As long as we can hold Jimmy to
Only
like,
because they were
below-
already hobbling at the end of the last game.
If we can get Jimmy to below 40% shooting, like if Aaron Gordon can be the defensive guy he was on like LeBron,
Yeah.
and like I know KD averaged like over 30 in the Sun series, but Gordon made it tough on him. If Aaron Gordon can continue this streak of like guarding the other team's best player, that's great news. That is great fucking news because Aaron Gordon won the game for us.
You
in
said
Los
Aaron
Angeles.
Gordon on Jimmy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Aaron
he
Gordon
did.
will start this series and play the entire series.
I don't
on
think that
Jimmy
Aaron
Butler.
Gordon is going to stay on Jimmy.
Who do they move to him?
I don't
I just think that the Heat are going to continuously mismatch that man.
Yeah, I mean, like, for every series thus far, I've seen the other team be like, oh, just wait till we get Jokic in the pick and roll. Minnesota said they were going to do it. Phoenix said they were going to do it. Los Angeles said they were going to do it. Boom, Cancun.
You know,
Good luck putting Jokic in the switch and making it work, pal.
I don't think it's
hard.
necessarily about like focusing it around Jokic. I think you have to focus it around how do we stop Jokic and Jamal Murray specifically.
You got to cut off Jokic's passing, which Miami plays zone. Miami plays this wonderful zone defense, which I think could disrupt the Nuggets'
I think that their transition defense is amazing, and it's perfect to go up against the Nuggets' transition offense.
A team that runs as much as the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, Spoelstra, great coach.
Spoelstra's a better coach than Malone, and that's
For sure.
miles ahead of Malone.
And that's a big advantage that the Heat have.
And
they have
that's
a
what
coach that's
what makes
more,
me nervous.
way
man.
more experience. In
Like
the
it don't
finals.
matter if you're a fucking 8 seed. You have Spoelstra as a coach. Like even,
You have Spoelstra as a coach and Pat Riley as one of your
you're
executives.
fucked, dude. I'm sorry. Like I am nervous, man. I wasn't even this nervous against the Lakers or the Suns.
But I mean,
I'm
that's
worried
because
about-
Miami has continuously proven people wrong.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Same thing that the Nuggets had to do this entire season and postseason.
Yeah.
It's literally the only comparison that y'all have in the East.
I mean, you get this fucking idiot Cody Zeller on the team and
I pray.
killing.
Let's go Nuggets, man.
Let's go Nuggets.
Let's go Nuggets. But I'm not gonna.
Ben,
I will
say the
say
words.
I'm not gonna.
Ben, say the words.
Yeah, I got Nuggets in 4.
Thank you. You can't just say "Let's go
I
Nuggets."
won't-
You gotta
I
say
will
the full
say,
thing.
Let's go Nuggets. I'm rooting for Mile High just because this city is gonna be fucking electric if we win.
The city gonna burn down.
It would be
Hope
amazing
right.
to see Denver be able to celebrate not only an NFL championship but also an NBA championship twice in my lifetime while living here.
And an NHL.
That's
one.
amazing. And an NHL win. That would be fucking amazing for me. I would love that for me.
This would be my first.
Only because I'm probably not going to experience that in any other city.
No, dude. Like,
Most like I can't move to Atlanta and experience that. I cannot move to Cleveland and experience that.
Fuck no.
I cannot move to California and experience that anywhere.
why the fuck would you want to move to
That's a fun
Cleveland anyway,
discussion.
though?
I got to.
I would never wanna move
experience
to
100
Cleveland.
Exactly.
years later.
No one wants to.
I was just naming NBA
I know.
cities.
I said that's a fun discussion. I got
But like
to-
even if I moved to Texas, cool, you have the Astros and you have the Astros. Like
Let's
Right
go
now.
Texas.
Denver is such a unique city
hate
right now because it's probably the only city where multiple major sports teams are doing really well right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And or at least
Have the
done
potential.
well multiple years
And they have the potential.
consecutively. Yeah. So that's the only
Shout out
reason why I really
South
but I'm
Florida.
not going to be mad if Jimmy wins a ring. He fucking deserves it.
No, I'll be
Jimmy-
depressed for a while, but at the end of the day, I'll be like, good for Jimmy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
literally. Like I've had a
Jimmy's
lot
one of my
respect
favorite
for Jimmy
basketball
Butler.
players of all time, bro.
Yeah.
And I think that after being on the Bulls, who do you go to after the Bulls?
Sixers. Or
Sixers.
Wolves. Wolves, then Sixers.
Wolves and Sixers. Let's not even talk about his time in the Wolves. But Jimmy
Minnesota,
going
no one
from
wants
being
to go
one
to
of the best
Minnesota.
players on the Bulls to being one of the best players. Probably one of the best players on the Wolves when he was there.
He was the best player.
He probably was
He
the
was
best
the
player
best
on the
player.
Wolves when he was there, and still being the best player all these years later on his team. I mean, I hate to say it, he's the new Jordan, but better, in my opinion.
That's right.
better.
But better,
But better.
better. I just don't respect Michael Jordan, bro. I don't give a fuck.
That's
He
how I
played
feel.
against a bunch of fucking bums. Larry Bird was his biggest competition.
Magic.
Hey,
And Magic
don't talk
Johnson.
shit about Larry Bird.
Shaquille O'Neal. Hakeem Olajuwon. Charles Barkley.
But he didn't play them consistently.
Don't
in the
talk
finals
shit
and in
about
the playoffs.
Don't talk shit about Larry Bird.
That's my thing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Larry Bird was the coldest white boy in the game back then.
Until
Also, people
Nikola
never
Jokic.
talk about all the Jordan seasons where he didn't go to the finals and he was fucking awful.
Without
No,
Pippen.
he
Because
was
any season that he doesn't go to the finals, Jordan is the worst player on the fucking Bulls.
fair. How does it feel to be worse than Scottie Pippen? L.
I can't condone this conversation. I think
I can.
I think LeBron's the GOAT, but I can't shit on Jordan like this.
I will always shit on Jordan like this. I don't
mean,
care.
first off, the second Space Jam.
give him
has-
props. He
First Space Jam is the GOAT.
for sure. Don't get me wrong. Jordan will always I can always
He's top
understand why
three.
he'll be the GOAT.
He's
He will-
top
I can-
three.
He'll always be top 3 all time, but he's always going to be my number 3. I don't care. Kobe and LeBron are above him.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Anything else?
I think that's it,
I
gentlemen.
think we're all good.
All right.
Alex is gonna go take a piss.
Sitting down while doing it too.
He's gonna watch some TikToks while he does it, while we sit in this office and contemplate life and death.
Yeah, Alex, you're giving me a ride home still, right?
Yeah, sure.
Bet, thank you. Sucker.
You've been listening to Boardman Gets Paid / watching, I guess, if you're watching with us.
Yeah.
You're probably watching because I haven't uploaded this to Spotify
Ever.
We'll get it to you guys
podcast yet.
eventually.
Look, man, it's
out
coming.
there.
It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming.
We appreciate you. Dave.
Season 2, it'll be out.
Oh, we'll be around, baby.
Yeah. So thank you for tuning in, man. This has been Boardman Gets Paid.
Let's go Nuggets.
Let's go.
Let's go Nuggets. Mile High Basketball hashtag. And let's pray that Jimmy Butler doesn't turn into fucking Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Let us pray. Have a good one, guys.
For sure.
Thanks for listening.
I'll face guard you the rest of the game. If I ain't getting no rebounds, you ain't getting none. That's a good deal. That's a good trade-off, isn't it?